The 2003 LSU Tigers, led by Nick Saban, shocked the college football world by winning the BCS National Championship. This cemented themselves as one of the best teams of the early 2000s. That season put LSU back on the map, but in reality, Saban left Baton Rouge for the NFL just 2 years later, and while LSU did remain a powerhouse, his legendary dynasty was built elsewhere in Tuscaloosa. But what if things played out differently? What if Nick Saban never left LSU but instead built his dynasty right there in Baton Rouge? Well, that's exactly what we're about to explore. In this what if scenario, we're going to be taking over LSU in College Football 25 and acting as if Saban never left, seeing if we can turn the Tigers into the same dominant force that Alabama became under his leadership. So we're going to be running this as a 9-season simulation from 2003 through the end of 2011, with the goal to establish LSU as the premier program in college football. So we want to replicate or even surpass what Saban accomplished at Alabama. That means multiple national championships, top-tier recruiting classes, and absolute dominance in the SEC. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. I'll be adding the top 24 recruits from each real-life recruiting class, and I'll actually be trying to recruit these real-life players to LSU. So each season, I start by identifying the top 24 real-life recruits from each class, featuring some of the greatest college football and NFL players ever. And since College Football 25 doesn't allow full customization like past NCAA games did, I've developed a workaround to bring these legends into the game. First, I dive into the game's recruiting pool and find players who match up with the real-life recruits I'm targeting. I'm looking for players in a similar area of the country who look like the real player I'm going to be adding into the recruiting class. For example, if I'm adding Tim Tebow, I could look for a 4 or 5-star white QB from Florida, or at least that area of the country. Now, once they sign with a school, I can edit their name, height, weight, and uniform to align with their real-life counterpart. Plus, now I can also edit their ratings so they can play just like their real-life player. Now, the only things I can't modify is how they look or their development traits, but this process gets me as close as possible to bringing these real-life players into the game. So my goal is to bring as many of these recruits to LSU as possible, but those who don't sign will end up at the other schools in college football, spreading the talent across the country. And as we simulate each season, I'll track their development stats and any awards they win. Now, over these 9 seasons, we're going to track every moment, huge SEC battles, college football playoff appearances, and hopefully multiple national championship wins. Now, can we rewrite history and make LSU the dynasty of the 2000s and 2010s instead of Alabama? Well, that's going to be the ultimate goal. Now, this series will be split into 3 parts, and this will be part 1, and we're going to cover the first 3 seasons of this rebuild, and we're about to see what happens if Nick Saban never leaves LSU. All right, guys, so here we go. This is going to be year number 1 on my what if Nick Saban stayed at LSU and never left for the NFL. So I think all of college football obviously would have turned out completely different. Would he have created that dynasty that he created at Alabama at LSU? Or would, it just have not really worked out? Maybe Saban wouldn't have went down as the GOAT. So we're going to get into this right now and see, what we can do. So I recreated the 2003 roster for LSU in College Football 25. So we'll quickly go through the roster so you can just take a look. So anybody with an apostrophe beside their name, that is always just how I kind of let you guys know and me know who the real players are. And then the rest are going to be auto-gens. So you got Matt Mock, who was their starting quarterback in 03 when they won the national championship. We have a young Jamarcus Russell. So, he was the first overall pick out of LSU in like 2005 or 6 or somewhere along those lines. So we will see if, he's the QB of the future or if we bring in someone else. Running back, we got Justin Vincent, and then we got a young Joseph Adai, who's only a freshman. Looks like he could be an absolute stud. We got Michael Clayton and Devery Henderson as our 2 starting receivers, sophomores, and then we got a young freshman in Dwayne Bowe, who's a first-round pick by the Chiefs in the NFL. So nice receiving core. We got Eric Edwards as our tight end. We got Andrew Whitworth as our left tackle, who played forever in the NFL with the Bengals and Rams, a broadcaster on Amazon right now. now. Defensive end, we got Marcus Spears, who played a long time in the NFL as well. We got McCoo, who is a auto-gem player, and then we got Marquise Hill in behind him, who's a real guy. Our two defensive tackles, Chad Levilis, not sure, but he's a real life guy. And then Kyle Williams, who played with the Bills in the NFL, really long NFL career, multiple time Pro Bowler. Linebackers, we got Eric Alexander, Lionel Turner, Ali Highsmith, and Cameron Vaughn, who are our real life guys. At corner, we got Corey Webster and Travis Daniels. Free safety, we got Jack Hunt. Strong safety, we got LaRon Landry, who is a top 10 pick by the Redskins at the time in the NFL draft. Long NFL career, really good at LSU. And Craig Steltz. So that is what the roster is looking like. So this is one part of how I make my videos. I make real life rosters. And how I create these rosters is I can actually go in and edit players. So I can come in and I'll show you guys what I can actually edit on these guys. So you can edit their name, their position, their jersey number. So I created LaRon Landry. You can edit their ratings. I can edit their appearance, but only their height, weight, and arm size and leg size. So you can't actually adjust what their face or their skin color looks like. I can't change what people's potential are, where they are from in the country or their class. So if they're a senior, I can't make them a freshman, anything like that. And then if we press triangle, we'll see his development trait, which is basically his potential, is impact. So there's 4 levels. Impact's the second high, or the second lowest. There's normal, impact, and then there's 2 above it. So that is what I can edit. So I'll edit players at the start to make my team, and then we actually use real life recruiting classes in these videos as well. So what I can do a similar thing where I have a real life recruiting class for the 2004 class right up beside me. And for example, we can take quarterbacks. So I have Chad Henne as one of the top quarterbacks in this class. He's white and he's from Pennsylvania. So I find a quarterback, and I do this before I actually start the video. I find a quarterback right here who's white from Pennsylvania, and he's a 4-star quarterback. And I actually create this guy to be Chad Henne. So now this guy is going to be Chad Henne. Once he signs with a team, whether it's my team or another team, I will adjust his name and his stats to play like Chad Henne. Now I do that for every real life recruit over the course of the sim. And then right now you will see I actually made these screens that show the recruit I am talking about. So whenever I'm referencing them in the recruiting process, their picture will just pop up right here. So you will be able to see this is Chad Henne, and all the real life players I have will get assigned a player. And then once they sign with a team, that is who they will be from now on. Okay, so Chad Henne is one of our quarterbacks. He's looking at Penn State, Ohio State, and Pitt. Our other real life quarterback is going to be right here with Pat White, and we are actually coming in at 5th on Pat White's list. He played at West Virginia, really good mobile quarterback, so we are going to add him. As far as other quarterbacks, we do have another 4-star who are 4th and a 4-star who are 1st, so we'll add those 3 guys. Then we're going to get into running backs right here. We have 3 real life backs. The first one is going to be right here with Adrian Peterson. Now he's a 5-star back out of Texas. We are 7th on his board. Also Texas, Ohio State, Arkansas. Obviously we all know who Adrian Peterson is. Definitely going after him. Then we also have Marshawn Lynch, beast mode. He's going to be a 4-star looking at Oregon, USC, Washington, Arizona. He went to Cal in real life. And then the last one is going to be right here with Peyton Hillis, who actually played at Arkansas. Big back, power, played for the Browns in the NFL. So definitely going after AP. We also have another running back here, 5-star, 4th in the class, who are 5th on his board, and another guy we're 7th. We'll add those 3. Okay, moving on to wide receivers, and we have 4 receivers in this class. First up right here, we have Ted Ginn Jr. Ginn played at Ohio State, 5-star recruit, deep threat, number 10 player in the country, and we're 6th on his board. Definitely going to go after Ted Ginn. We also have right here with Dwayne Jarrett. Now, Jarrett played at USC, but he's actually more from the East Coast here. He's going to be a 4-star recruit looking at Iowa, Northwestern, Michigan, Indiana. We also have right here with Early Doucette. Now, Doucette actually played at LSU. We are not on his board, though, and he's looking at UCF, Georgia, Miami. Then the last one is going to be Calvin Johnson, who played at Georgia Tech, was a top pick in the NFL draft, one of the best receivers of all time. We're actually going to be 4th on his board, so we will add him. Looking through the rest of the board, we do have another 5-star who we're 3rd, so we'll go after him. And that's a pretty good group of receivers, I think. We'll just kind of stick there. Tight ends, we do have 2 real-life tight ends in this class. First up, we got Zach Miller. Zach Miller, long NFL career. He's looking at Texas, Ohio State, Oklahoma, A&M, Alabama. We are 10th on his board, so we'll add him up. And the other one is going to be right here with Fred Davis. Now, Fred Davis played at USC. He's looking at Cincinnati, Ohio State, Bowling Green. We're not really high on any of his, so we'll add these 2 other players, and that'll be it. Moving on to offensive tackle. We have no real-life offensive tackles in this class, so we're going to add this 5-star, a 4-star, a 4-star. I always like to go pretty heavy on O-line. No real-life guards either. We got a 5th there, and yeah, that's actually, we're filling up pretty quick. Then we do have 1 real life center. It's going to be right here with Max Unger. Now, we are not on his board, so we're just going to leave him. We do have the number 1 center in the class who we're 4th, so we'll add him. But we only have 15 players left for defense, so I got to save some of my players here. Okay, moving on to defensive ends. We have 5 good defensive ends in this class. First one right here with Robert Ayers. Ayers played at Tennessee. He's going to be a 5-star recruit here. He's looking at South Carolina, Clemson, Georgia. We are not on his board. Then we have right here with Chris Long. Chris Long played at Virginia, was a top 3 pick, I believe, by the Rams in the NFL draft. Long career. We're not on his board, though. Okay, then we have right here with Calais Campbell. So Campbell played at the University of Miami. He's still playing in the NFL all these years later. 4-star recruit, power rusher. We are 10th on his board, so we will add him up. Then we have right here with Derek Harvey. Harvey played at Florida. He's going to be looking at Clemson, Virginia, Oregon. We're 7th on his board, so we will add him. And then lastly, we have Brian Arakpo, who's from Texas, played at Texas. He's going to be a 4-star recruit looking at A&M, TCU, Baylor, Texas Tech, and Oklahoma. So we'll add him as well. As far as the rest of the guys, we do have a 5-star who we're 9th. We'll add him. We're really filling up, so I got to be careful. Okay, we're going to go to defensive tackles. We only have 1, and it is the number 1 defensive tackle in the class. It is going to be Glenn Dorsey, who played at LSU, was a top 5 pick by the Chiefs. Definitely going to go after him. Another guy who we're 3rd. We'll go after those 2. Linebacker, we do have a pretty good group of linebackers here. First up, we have Keith Rivers, who's from Florida but played at USC. We're going to be 9th on his board. We will add him. Then we have Gerard Mayo, just was the head coach for the Patriots in the NFL, just got fired, but really long NFL career looking at Iowa State, Kansas. We have Lawrence Timmons right here, who had played for the Steelers in the NFL, long NFL career. We're not on his board, though. And then last but not least, we have Patrick Willis. We are actually going to be 1st on Willis's board. He played at Ole Miss in real life, NFL like Hall of Fame level career with the Niners. So we're going to go after him for sure. Also have another linebacker here who we're 6th, so we'll go after him. Moving on to cornerbacks, we only have 1 real life cornerback in the class. It is going to be right here, the number 1 corner, Darrelle Revis. We are not actually on his board, but sometimes we can sneak in. So we're going to go after Revis because there's not really any corners we're super high on. We'll go after those 2. We have 3 more spots on the board. All auto-gen safeties. We do have a decent guy who are 1st there. We'll go after him. What about strong safety? We do have the number 1 strong safety in the class. We're 1st. Go back to free. We'll add this guy here. He's from Florida, but there we go. So that is what our recruiting is going to look like. I'm just going to offer scholarships to these guys, and then we're going to get into the season. Okay, so I offered all my scholarships. We're just going to quickly look at our schedule here. We got SMU, Florida State in non-conference, so pretty decently tough non-conference games. A&M, Rice, South Carolina, Vandy. We got Bama, Ole Miss, Florida, Arkansas, and end with Oklahoma. So pretty difficult schedule, I would say, but we are just going to get into it now. Now, as far as how we are going to go about this sim, so if you watch previous videos, I would go pretty long with the games and stuff. I want to try to tighten these videos up a little bit. So we are going to buzz through the season quite a bit faster. I'm just going to show you guys the recruiting kind of at the midway point, show you guys how I'm doing with all the recruits, and we're going to probably watch 3 games per year and buzz through them pretty quick. Okay, so we're going to quickly buzz through the recruiting just at the start here. So we have Pat White here, who's actually not a gem, unfortunately, but we did offer him. We're in 2nd. We're going 50 hours for him. Another QB who we're going for 25 hours. Then we got Adrian Peterson. Unfortunately, he is not a gem, but I'm still going to go after him decently. Then we have a 5-star back who I am going to go after as well. We're going 25 hours. Another back, we're going 10. Ted Ginn Jr., we scouted. We know he's not a gem. That's kind of crappy, but we're still going to go after him. We got Calvin Johnson Jr. We are first on his board right now. We're going 50 hours. We have another 5-star wide receiver who we're going 50 hours. We got Zach Miller. We're going 25 hours. We are first on him. We got a gem tight end. We're going 25 hours. One more tight end. We're going 10 hours. For the O-line, did some scouting. Not a gem. Didn't even go after this guy. We did find a gem here who we're going 50 hours. Couple of not gems. Decent guard here. We're going 25. Not a gem. Then we found a gem at right guard. So we're going 50 hours. We are first. The number one center in the class, we're third right now. We're going to 25 hours. Then for Calais Campbell, we are going 50 hours. It looks like it's going to be us or Oregon for him. For Derek Harvey, we are in first. We're going 50 hours for him. Frank Lacobo, this is a auto gem player, but he's a 5-star, 6th in the country, and he's a gem. So I went 25 hours for him. Unfortunately, we scouted Glenn Dorsey. We know he's not a gem, but he's still a 5-star D tackle. We're first on his board. We're going 25 hours. Then for linebackers, we found a gem in Keith Rivers. So we went 50 hours to him. Then we went 50 hours to Patrick Willis. If we got these two, we would just have a nasty linebacking core going forward. Also have an auto gen guy who is a gem. We went 10 hours. We did go 50 hours to try to get Darrelle Revis. We're not even on his list, but he only got 2 offers. He only has 2 scholarship offers right now. So I'm going all in on him. Then we have a few DBs here that we are going after as well. So I will show you guys where we are sitting with all those guys at about, week 5 or 6. So we're going to sim through our bye week here. Okay, so we're starting on the road at SMU. They are ranked. We're quite a bit better overall, but this is not necessarily going to be an easy game. So we are just going to sim through this one. Okay, so big week 1. Hopefully we can get it done. Okay, we got a player of the week, one of our receivers, 160 yards, 3 touchdowns. We do go 1-0, so we get a win week 1. We win 27-0. Wow, we have Florida State in 3 weeks. Maybe we'll hop in and watch a little bit of that game. Florida State in 3 weeks, they're their number 1 ranked team in the country right now, so that is going to be massive. Okay, so we got Arizona State at home next. This should be a win. We're in 90, they're in 82. Okay, so big week 2 here. Want to start 2-0 before we play this really tough Florida State team. Let's see. And we do. So we go 2-0. Start the season. Florida State is still undefeated. We win 24-13. So this is going to be a massive game. Luckily, it is at home. Okay, so we're going to hop in, watch a little bit of this LSU. But like I said, we are going to buzz through these games pretty quick. And how I do it, I don't play any of these games. I just super sim so we can get to see some of the game action of our team live. But because I want to kind of condense these videos down, make them a little bit more fast-paced, we'll probably sim to the second half and then just pick up and watch a few key possessions. But if we ever make a national championship, something like that, then we'll obviously watch a lot more. So we're going to buzz through this. 7-0 Florida State to start. 14-0, 14-7, 14 all. Okay, we're getting to the second half here. Okay, so let's see. 1st and 10. Ooh, they get a big reception. 2nd and 10. 1st and 10. 2nd and 9. Okay, we got 3rd and 6 in the red zone. We'll watch this play. This is a big down rate here. If we can stop them, hold them to 3, we'll be in a great spot. So let's see. Drops back. Check down. Oh, we're getting pressure. Wow, that's a great throw, but he's going to be about a yard short here. Are they going to get aggressive or kick a field goal? They kick a field goal, go up 3. Our ball, 2nd and 8. Okay, we got a 3rd and 5 right here. Let's see. So 3rd down, 4:38 left. This might be Jamarcus Russell in at quarterback. Wick might have got hurt. Drop back. Over the middle, nice little check down right there. Okay, so 1st down here, I form look, gonna hand this ball off, get downhill. Ooh, nice block, and we get the edge. Nice run right there. Vincent picks up 6 yards. Okay, we're going to keep going here. 2nd and 9, 3rd and 9. We don't convert. Their ball, 2nd and 7, 3rd and 7. They convert. 2nd and 7, 3rd and 6. Convert. They're driving here. 1st and 10, 2nd and 6, 3rd and 5 from the 27. Can we keep this a 1-score game? Get them off the field right here. They're going to fake the handoff, go up over the top. Oh, he beat us over the top, and that is going to make it a 10-point game right now. Okay, so now we are in trouble. If we stop them on that 3rd down, hold them to a field goal, we're in a good spot, but now our offense needs to come alive. 3rd and 1, we pick it up. 2nd and 10, giant 3rd down right here. We need this right here, right now. Can we get it done? 6:39 left. Motion receiver in. I think that's Devery Henderson. Gonna set up a screen pass, and our running back got caught up in the mess. This one is looking like it's gonna be over here. Touchback. Okay, so we got the ball again. Couple of big passes, 3 big passes in a row. There's Devery Henderson. Another big pass into Devery Henderson down to the 13-yard line. 2nd and 6, 3rd and 2 from the 5. Honestly, we have a little bit of a shot here. You punch this in, we got a shot. Drops back, slant. 4th and 2. I'd probably go for this. Are they gonna though? Kicking a field goal, I mean, you do cut it to 1 possession, but really you want to go for that. Punch it in, you're only down a field goal. You don't know if you're gonna get down in the red zone again, so not the best idea, but hey, we are still in this. We need to stop on defense, though. Oh, they start out with a 32-yard run, 2nd and 16, 3rd and 14 all of a sudden. So we got them to a big 3rd down here, 1:53 left. We still have 2 timeouts, so we get them off the field here. We do have a shot. They're gonna motion a guy over, fake handoff, run up the middle, and we absolutely blow that up. No shot there. 24-17. We still have a timeout, a chance to go tie this bugger up. Okay, start out with a big pass into Michael Clayton. 71-yard pass to Michael Clayton. Wow, tied up with 53 seconds left against the #1 team in the country. They have it at midfield, 3rd and 1. They convert. Oh my gosh, we got overtime. Okay, OT. I wanted to buzz through this game quick, and we have OT. Oh my gosh, we got them to 3rd and 16. Oh no, they have us to 3rd and 16. So we're in real trouble here. We need at least a field goal. We're just gonna fake the handoff. Oh my, that's just about the worst thing that could have happened. Yeah, so this one's basically over. We go for a run. Okay, so they got 2nd and 10, 3rd and 5, 4th and 3. They only need a field goal here. So as long as they hit their field goal, this one is going to be over. We're going to go down to the #1 team in the country. We try to ice them. Nice comeback. 10-point comeback down in the 4th quarter with like 6 minutes left. We do make it close. Not good in overtime, but Florida State knocks us off. We lose to the #1 team in the country. Can't be too mad at it. Okay, so we're 2-1. We drop down to the #9 team, and now we do play Texas A&M. Okay, so A&M, not going to be an easy game. Luckily, it is at home. They're in 87. We're in 90. Going to advance through, see what happens. Don't want to be 2-2 right now. Okay, we get our first big commitment of the year. It is going to be Calvin Johnson Jr. So Calvin Johnson Jr., 4-star recruit. That is awesome. Then we also get another big 4-star in Keith Rivers. So 2 great pickups right there. We do get a W over A&M as well, so nice week for us right there. 26-21 win over A&M. Okay, we got a home game versus Rice now. 80 overall. This should be a pretty simple cleanup job here. Should get some more recruits signed this week as well. So we do get a 4-star right guard. We do get Patrick Willis as well. So a Keith Rivers, Patrick Willis linebacking core is nasty. Okay, we have a bye week right now, and then I'm going to show you guys. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize we lost to Rice. I didn't even look. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we beat A&M and lost to Rice. 37-22. We got absolutely pumped. So we drop all the way down to 20. We have a bye week here, and then I'm going to show you guys where we're sitting with the recruiting. I do think our recruiting class is going to turn out really good, even though if this season isn't maybe quite where we want it to be. So we do get 5-star quarterback Pat White in the door. Big pickup. And we get Adrian Peterson. I told you this class was going to be good. We do get a 4-star left tackle. We get a 4-star right guard. We get Derek Harvey, so a nice DN to add to our front 7. And we get Darrell Revis. So this recruiting class is going to be really good, even though this season is just made. Hopefully we make the playoff, but we'll see. So looking at recruiting right now, we did lock up Pat White. Other 2 QBs I didn't really go that hard at. We did get Adrian Peterson. We didn't get that other 5-star running back. I was going after him pretty hard. This other running back, we do have more hours. We have a lot of hours now, so I'll probably just offer, get another more depth in the class. Ted Ginn Jr., it looks like we are going to get him, even though he is not a gem, but he's a top 10 player, 5-star recruit. Another receiver right here. We are we're going 65 hours. It's going to be pretty close between us and Stanford. It does look like we'll lock him down though. Zach Miller, he's in his top 3. We'll offer another 25 hours. Make sure we get Zach Miller, another tight end here, and we know he's a gem too. We'll switch him over to a 50 and a 10. Another tight end, just kind of a depth piece. When I'm doing this, I don't worry about getting a massive class. Like if you look at top classes, you can sign 35 players total. I usually sign between 20 to 25 because I don't think you need the whole 35. I always end up cutting a good 10, 15 guys every season anyway. So I don't think you need quite as big of a class. This guy, we haven't really done anything to because we know he's not a gem, but we have a lot of hours. I will offer him 50 now. We did get this guard. This guard, no one's really offering him. We'll give him 25 hours for some depth. Did get this guard. This center, we are in first on. I will offer another 25 hours just to kind of make sure we can get him. We just missed out on Calais Campbell. We were really close on Calais, but didn't get him. Didn't get this D-end. Lacobo, it looks like we're gonna probably get him, but we'll see. Really close with Glenn Dorsey. We are kind of doing all we can here. Oh, okay, we can do a little more here because we actually tried to guess with my hard sell. I got it wrong, but now we unlocked athletic facility, so I actually know which one to do. So that might do enough to put us over Alabama this week and get Glenn Dorsey, all those linebackers, and then we just have some defensive backs here who were kind of filler guys who could be decent. So that is basically what the class is going to look like. I have 140 hours. I'm going to divvy out more, but that is kind of where most of the class is going to be at. So that's where we're at with the recruiting. As far as South Carolina, big game right here. We're both 3-2. They're only an 84 overall, but the loser of this game is going to be 500. That is not going to be ideal. Let's see what happens. Then we also get Zach Miller. So Zach Miller in the door. Nice. We get that 4-star center. We do get Glenn Dorsey at D tackle. So that's a big pickup. And we do win. So we jump up to 4-2. So we're keeping our decent record alive. We beat South Carolina by 2. We got Vandy, Bama, Arkansas, Oklahoma left. So Florida in there. I think we have at least one more loss on our schedule, but we'll see. Okay, so Vandy, let's see a game, and we do win. So we're 5-2, and so is Alabama. So this is about to be a big game right here. We beat Vandy by 7 on the road, I believe, though. Yeah, we're in Tuscaloosa. Okay, so big game. Got to beat Bama right here. 6-2, I would honestly be pretty happy with. 5-3 just sounds so much worse. We do get big 5-star Ted Ginn. So we got a lot of real life guys in this class. Class is looking really nice. Oh, we lose to Alabama though. So we lose by 2 points on the road in Alabama. We'll probably watch because we're not going to make the SEC championship game. We're probably not going to make the playoff this year. So we will watch one of those Arkansas or Oklahoma games. We'll check some of that out. As far as our recruiting class, we are sitting at number 2 in the country. Like I said, we're not going to sign as many guys as some of these other classes, but we have 5 5-stars, 10 4-stars, which is going to be really good. Okay, Ole Miss, both of us 5-3. We do get another 4-star tight end in the class. We're 5-4. We lost to Ole Miss. Okay, so definitely not a great year. We are going to start buzzing through this pretty quick here. Oh, so 03 season for us. LSU, they won the Natty. We're 6-4. We play Arkansas this week. Not going to make the playoff, obviously. SEC is always going to be really tough, but we did get a really nice recruiting class, so that makes me feel good. We got Arkansas. We'll probably watch the Oklahoma game. We'll watch some of that next week. Arkansas here, 7-3. We're 6-4. 7-4 sounds nice. Can we get there? Do get another 4-star guard and a 3-star middle linebacker. So I think that'll be basically our class is done. Also have the transfer portal as well, but we lose. We're 6-5. Oh my goodness. So this is definitely, I think we're going to be a much better team on the field next year. We're super young. We lose pretty badly to Arkansas there. So you know what? I was going to watch Oklahoma. We are not in the position where let's get through this season. Let's get on the field. Let's get into the offseason, get better, and we should be good to go for next year to have a much better season. So let's see. We ended the season 7-5. Let's see what our bowl game is. So quarterback at Notre Dame wins the Heisman. We'll go look at our stats here as well. We are going to play Penn State. So, good team in the bowl game. Let's look at our stats this year. So mock 22 touchdowns, 7 picks, 223 a game. Vincent, 759, 63 a game. Joseph Adai got barely any run. He should be a bigger part of the offense next year. Clayton had 805 yards. Edwards, O'Grady, Devery Henderson barely did anything. Defensively, Marcus Spears, 7.5 sacks, 9 tackles for loss. Webster led us with 4 interceptions. So, not a great year, but we're going to be coming. Early National Signing Day, we should be a top 5 class for sure. We are number 1 with 5 5s. You see how many guys they're signing? 30, 34. When we get the transfer portal, we'll probably be around 20, but that's enough. You really don't need those giant classes for the most part. Okay, we're going to sim to end of the season recap. We'll see if we won our bowl game. We did not, so just not a good year. Really good recruiting class, number 1 recruiting class in the country, young ass team. We're coming next year. Okay, hopefully we didn't get any bad transfers. Andrew Whitworth declaring as a sophomore, didn't get him to stay, but other than him, lost an end, outside linebacker, running back, not a ton. We are going to be really good on paper next year. I'm confident in that. Whitworth would have been nice, big stud left tackle, but way she goes sometimes. Okay, let's look at the transfer portal here. Would be nice to be able, I got to drop some of these guys, give us some room. Usually I don't go over for more than like 4 guys max. Okay, so we got a running back there. Top 8 player, sure. Middle linebacker. Do we think this QB? He's from Louisiana. After the QB, outside linebacker, center. We'll go that outside linebacker there. Costanzo. That's going to give us 4 more guys here. Okay, so we offered those 4 guys. We're just going to go to National Signing Day, see if we lock them down. Okay, National Signing Day. We got the outside linebacker and the middle linebacker transfer portal guys. So we got 2 of the 4. Not bad. Let's look at our top classes. So we did end up at the number 1 class in the country. 5 stars. Really good. Now, I want to go through really quick. We're going to look at the full recruiting class, and we're going to see which players signed at all the other schools. So all the real-life guys that didn't sign with us, where did they end up? So Chad Henne, he ends up at Syracuse, so they get a nice quarterback. We get Adrian Peterson. Oregon gets Marshawn Lynch. And then South Carolina gets Peyton Hillis. We did unreal at receiver. So we got this Dalvin Wentz, who is the number 1 receiver in the class, even though he isn't just an auto-gen. Then we did get Ted Ginn Jr. Iowa gets Dwayne Jarrett. And then the University of Miami gets Early Doucette. And then we get Calvin Johnson. So that is where we're sitting. For tight end, Bowling Green gets Fred Davis. And then we get Zach Miller. Center, Oregon gets Max Unger. That's where he went in real life. Michigan gets Chris Long. Oregon gets Calais Campbell. We get Derek Harvey. NC State gets Robert Ayers. And then Texas Tech ends up with Brian Arakpo. So that's where we're sitting there. We get Glenn Dorsey. Then we also get Keith Rivers and Patrick Willis. Iowa State gets Gerard Mayo. Florida State gets Lawrence Timmons. And then we get Darrell Revis. So that is where all the real life players ended up. All right, so start of season number 2, and obviously season number 1 didn't go go exactly as we planned, but hey, we're coming for it. Season 2, we're gonna pick it up here. So I do think the team looks honestly a lot better on paper this year. Just looking at the roster, we'll look at it quick, and we'll look at some of the guys we got in last year's recruiting class, like Pat White. If we look at Pat White's development, he does have star development trait, so there's a good chance he could be our starter in a few years. We are going to start mock this year. Depending if he comes back, he might be the starter next year, and then it'll probably be Pat White or Jamarcus Russell. Running back, we got Dexter, Joseph Adai as our starters. We did get Adrian Peterson in the door as well. And AP does have impact development traits, so he could turn into be a pretty good player. Go over to wide receivers. We got Michael Clayton, Devery Henderson, and Dwayne Bowe as our top 3. So 3 real-life players. We did get Ted Ginn. Ted Ginn Jr. is one of our big recruits last year. He does have impact trait. And then we got Calvin Johnson, who didn't end up being quite, he's got impact as well. So if him or Ted Ginn could turn out to be good, that would be very helpful. We did get Zach Miller, and we do have a 91 tight end. So we're pretty set at tight end. Zach Miller has normal development trait, unfortunately, but Edwards at least least this year, he's going to be a stud. There's our left tackle, really good left guard, really good center, really good right guard, and pretty good at right tackle. So overall, our O-line should be really good this year. We do have Marcus Spears at one of our ends. Marquise Hill, 87 overall. We did get Derek Harvey as one of our recruits last year, star development trait, so he could turn into being a really good player. D-tackle, Kyle Williams and Chad Lavelis. In the inside, we did get Glenn Dorsey, but I think he's a bit of a bust. Yeah, normal development trait, unfortunately. Left outside, 89 overall. Highsmith in the middle, and then Vaughn on the one side, and then we did get Keith Rivers and Patrick Willis. So two really good young linebackers we can build around. Impact for Keith Rivers, and then Patrick Willis has normal. So we'll see. Maybe they won't turn out to be great, but not bad. Corners, we got Webster, Daniels, Okura, and then we did get Darrell Revis. He was one of the big time recruits in last year's class, but unfortunately only normal development trait for him, which isn't great. Free safety, we got Jack Hunt, who looks like a stud for his senior year. We do have a nice sophomore in behind him as well. LaRon Landry and this Craig Stelz on this side. So we have a bunch of good safeties right now. So I do think on paper, the squad is looking really strong. I already went through and did my red shirts as well. Okay, we are going to get into this year's recruiting class now. Okay, so first up, we have Colt McCoy. So Colt McCoy played at Texas, really good college career. He's looking at Michigan, Alabama, Notre Dame, Georgia, and Kansas State. Then we also have Mark Sanchez, who went to USC, top 10 pick by the New York Jets. He's going to be a 4-star recruit looking at Oregon, Alabama, USC, UCLA, and Notre Dame. And then lastly for QB, we have Chase Daniel. Now, Daniel played forever in the NFL, really long career. Here he's going to be a 4-star recruit looking at Oklahoma, Texas Tech, Texas A&M, Alabama, TCU. So 3 quarterbacks, not the best group overall. We did get Pat White in last year's class, and there really isn't a QB. Maybe we'll go for this guy. We're second on his board, just kind of a filler spot. Don't really need a QB very badly in this class. Okay, now moving on to running back. One of the first ones we got is Darren McFadden, absolute stud. Went to Arkansas, big time pick by the Raiders in the NFL draft. 5-star looking at Clemson, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, and Oregon. We also have Steve Slayton. Now, Slayton played at West Virginia, really good college career, played in the NFL for quite a long time as well. 5-star recruit. He's looking at UCF, Georgia, Alabama, Florida State, Clemson. Next up, Jamal Charles from Texas. He's going to be a 4-star recruit from the state, went to Texas, played for the Kansas City in the NFL. He's looking at Texas, Bama, Ohio State, us, and Ole Miss. I will add him, see if we can get him in the door. Next up, we got Jonathan Stewart. Now, Stewart played at the University of Oregon, big-time recruit from the Northwest, and playing a long time in the NFL for the Panthers. 4-star recruit looking at Ohio State, Oregon, USC, Alabama, and we're actually 5th on his board, so we'll go after him as well. We also have right here another 4-star with Ray Rice. Ray Rice went to Rutgers, played for Baltimore in the NFL. 4-star looking at Penn State, Ohio State, Boston College, Michigan as his top schools. And then lastly, we have Rashard Mendenhall. Mendenhall played at Illinois. Going to be a 4-star recruit looking at Ohio State, Notre Dame, Texas, USC, and Oregon. So that is our group of running backs. I actually think we are going to go back and we'll add Darren McFadden as well. So that's going to be the group we are going after. Okay, moving on to wide receivers, and we got 3 in this class. First up, we have Deshaun Jackson, 5-star recruit, went to Cal in real life. He's looking at Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Missouri, Ohio State, Nebraska. Then another 5-star with Mario Manningham, 5-star recruit, looking at Notre Dame, Michigan, Clemson, NC State, and Tennessee. And then lastly, we got Darius Hayward-Bay. Hayward-Bay went to Maryland, top 10 pick or 15 pick by the Raiders, I believe. Penn State, Ohio State, Pitt, Temple on the list as well. So looking at the receiving core, like we have nobody who's that interested. I might add Deshaun Jackson, just see if we can get in on him. We did get 2 high guys last year. We got another 4-star who we'll go after, but really not a great receiver class as far as who's interested in us. Moving on to tight end, we only have 1 tight end. It is going to be right here with Jermichael Finley. Now, Finley played at Texas, Green Bay in the NFL. Looking at Texas, TCU, Baylor, A&M, and Oklahoma. We're 8th on his board. We'll add him up. We got another 4-star here who we're 4th on his board. We'll add both of those. Moving on to offensive tackle, we got two real-life tackles. First up, right here with Michael Orr, the blind side, went to Ole Miss, first-round pick by the Ravens. Looking at Clemson, South Carolina, Tennessee, UNC, and NC State. Four-star recruit. We are not on his board, but we do have Eugene Monroe. We're actually third on his board. He went to Virginia. Four-star recruit, looking at Ole Miss, Auburn, LSU as his top three, so we're definitely going to go after him. We have a five-star here who were 8th. We'll see if we can maybe climb in on him. Another 4-star who were 7th. I always like to go pretty hard at the O-line. Another 4-star who are 4th. So we'll go after all them. We have no real-life guards, so we'll go an 8th here, 4th here. Honestly, not great for guards for us. We're going to move to centers. All these are all auto gens as well. We have a guy who's 9th. We have another guy 6th who we'll add. So those are the two there. But it is a good group of offensive line that we're going after anyway. Defensive ends, we actually have no real life ends. So we'll just kind of go through here. We got two 5-stars who were 7th, another 5-star who were 6th, another 5-star who were 8th. So we're going to go after all 5 of those 5-stars. Even if we get 2 of those, we'll be in a great spot. D tackle, we have one real life D tackle. It is going to be right here with Ndamukong Suh. He's from Oregon, but he actually went to Nebraska. He's going to be a 4-star recruit, USC, UCLA, Arizona State, Stanford, Utah. So kind of looking like he's staying on the West Coast. Now, as far as the auto gem players, we have 2 top 5 guys. One were 10th, one were 1st. He's from Louisiana. We should have a good shot at him. Another 5-star who were 9th. We're going to add all those guys. Like, this is a good group of D tackles. We'll go one more 4-stars there as well. Now, linebackers, we have 4 real-life linebackers here. One of them right here with James Laurinaitis. Laurinaitis played at Ohio State. Good college career, good NFL career. We're 7th on his board, so we'll try to add him. Looking at the rest, we do have 2 5-stars who are in the top 7 for them. Another 5-star who were 3rd, so we'll add all those guys. We are filling up kind of quick, so we got to be careful. Looking at middle linebackers, we got Ray Malaluga from California, played at USC. He's looking at Oregon, Notre Dame, Stanford, USC, UCLA. And then we also have Brian Cushing, 4-star recruit, another guy who actually went to USC. And then the last one is going to be right here with Curtis Lofton, who was from Oklahoma, played at Oklahoma, drafted by the Falcons. Nice NFL career. Now, looking at just our list here, we do have a 4-star who were 1st. We'll add him up. Then a 4-star who were 10th. We'll add him. We have 5 spots left for DBs. Now, we do have 2 real-life corners. The first one is a 5-star corner. We are actually not on his board, which is kind of surprising, with Malcolm Jenkins, 5-star recruit, went to Ohio State. He's looking at Georgia, Bama, Clemson, Ohio State, Michigan. We're going to add him and just see if we could get after him. Well, I think one of the other corners actually moved to free safety. But looking at this corner list, we are not high on any of these guys. We'll have one more. Moving on to safety, we have right here with Kenny Phillips. He went to the University of Miami. He's going to be a 5-star recruit. We're actually 1st on his board, so we will add him. Then the other real-life guy is going to be Walter Thurmond right here. He's going to be a corner safety hybrid. He's a 4-star recruit looking at Texas, Oklahoma, Alabama, Oklahoma State, and Texas A&M. Now, looking at the rest of these guys, we do have another free safety who are 1st there. We only have 1 spot left for strong safety. Oh, man, there's nothing there. So maybe we'll go back to free safety. Maybe we'll just go after this 5-star, see if we can get after him. So that is what our recruiting is going to look like. I'm just going to go offer these guys, take a look at all this, and then we'll get into the season. All right, everyone's been scouted. I offered the scholarships. Let's take a look at our schedule. So we got out of conference UCLA on the Akron, on the road at UCLA, on the road at Arizona State, FCS school, then Georgia, Texas back-to-back weeks, Tennessee, A&M. Honestly, I don't hate that schedule. I don't think it's, insanely hard. I think we should be able to work with that, but obviously we'll have to see. Let's get into this first season. We'll quickly get into recruiting here, and then we won't look at recruiting again probably till week 5 or 6. So with the QBs, I scouted this guy. I already see he's not great. We'll DM, like, he's not a gem. I wasn't expecting a ton from him anyway. As far as running backs, we got Jamal Charles scouted. We don't know if he's a gem or anything. So we're just going to start with 25 for him. Jonathan Stewart, we scouted. We know he's not a gem. And then Darren McFadden, we scouted. We aren't sure. So I'm going to give 25 to McFadden and Jamal here just to start, and then see kind of where we're sitting after that. As far far as Deshaun Jackson, we already know we're not in his top 10. So I'm going to offer him 50 right away and see if that can kind of jumpstart us and get us, kind of rocking with him. Another 4-star receiver. We're first on him. We're just going to give him a little bit. Getting into tight ends, Jermichael Finley. We are second, and he's a 4-star, and he's a gem. So we're going to send the house to him. He'd be a big time weapon. Another 4-star tight end. We'll just go 25 hours. Left tackle, starting out with Eugene Monroe. Definitely going to go 50 hours to him. I'd love to get him. Another tackle here, a 5-star, but we know he's not a gem, which makes it kind of tough. I'll go 25, but if we maybe I'll pull from him. Then we got a 4-star who we know is a gem, so we're going to go 25 to him. Right tackle, 25. Left guard, not a gem, but not a bust. Crap, we offered 10. We'll go 35, I guess. Right guard, scouted, not a gem. We're just going to leave him. And then we got the center, who we are first here. We'll go 25. So we didn't really get a lot of gems when we scouted there, but that's fine. I feel like on offense, I feel like this might be a bit more of a defensive class overall. Now we're getting into defense. We got a 5-star defensive end right here. Not a gem, but we got a good shot at I think. So we're going to go 50 hours. Another 5-star end who are third. I want to go 50 hours again. I want some really good D linemen. Another 5-star. We can't go 50 hours again. We got to go 25 here. Another D end 5-star. Okay, we're actually going to pull from this guy who we gave the 50, and we're going to go 25. And then we're going to go to the DM we scouted with 50. And we're going to give him 50 because we know he's a gem. D tackle 5-star. We're third. Man, these are some good players on the D-line. The other 5-star who's actually from Louisiana, we scouted. We know he's a bust. So I'm just going to give him 10. If we don't get him, not going to worry about it. Another 5-star. Wow, this D-line class is insane. Only can go 25 to him. Another gem on the D-line. This is actually nuts. Can only go 25. We're going to run out of hours here. Moving on to linebackers. James Laurinaitis, we scouted. We know he's not a gem. We are him first. I'm going to give him just 10 hours. Here's another guy, 5-star. We are first, but we are really running out of hours. I can only give him 25. Another 5-star outside linebacker. We know he's a gem. I can't go over 25 hours, though. Another 5-star middle linebacker. We're just going to leave. We know we scouted him. Not a gem. We're going to go 10 hours to this linebacker. Now we're getting in defensive backs, and we scouted Malcolm Jenkins. We know he's a gem, and we know we are not even on his board. So I got to go 50 hours to him. Another corner here. We're just going to start with 10 hours. Then we have the safety with Kenny Phillips. We're going to go 50 hours here and really try to lock him down. And then these other two safeties, I wasn't even able to offer. So I'm going to just use scholarship. And then, yeah, we'll go search social media. So that is where we're sitting. I'll show you guys again around the week 5 or 6 and I'll show you guys who we were kind of able to sign from that class. Okay, now we are going to advance here and get into week 1. Okay, so week 1, this has got to be a win at home versus Akron. That can just be no debate. Okay, so we're just going to sim through this week. We'll watch probably one regular season game, maybe the Georgia or Texas game once we get kind of deeper in. But we got to start off with an easy W there. Get a win. We get ranked now. So we're ranked early. Let's take a look at how that game finished. 28-26. Oh my goodness. That is way, way, way too close against Akron. Mock through 2 picks. Dwayne Bowe and Clayton both had nice receiving days, or decent, but man, that is too close. So we got UCLA, Georgia. Yeah, we'll probably watch that Georgia game. They're ranked 2nd in the country. Okay, now we got LSU on the road at UCLA. Simming through this week versus UCLA. Let's see if we can get it done. Gotta start 2-0 here. Super important. Okay, we do. We go to 2-0. We jump to 16th in the country. Win 22-3 right there. So big win. Mock, decent day. Clayton had a nice day receiving. Okay, on the road, ASU. Gotta start 3-0 here. Then we get FCS before a bye and then Georgia. So a win here. Basically, we should be 4-0 going into Georgia. And we do. We win. We go to 3-0. We jump up to 11th in the country. Absolutely massive there. We're able to win that 31-7. So back-to-back nice showings on the road versus Pac-12 or old Pac-12 schools. Okay, FCS at home. If we don't beat them by 50, we're going to burn down Baton Rouge. Okay, so we got our first commit, 4-star tight end, Jermichael Finley, and we know he's a gem, so I like that. Do go to 4-0. We win 55-3, so we're not burning down Baton Rouge either. So we're going to have a bye week here before Georgia, and we will watch that game live. Okay, simming through our bye. We might get another 2 maybe-ish guys to sign right here as well, I think. So yeah, we do get big offensive tackle Eugene Monroe, which we do like to see. Did lose some guys there, but we'll probably look at recruiting in a week-ish. Yeah, so we have one more bye week, and then we have Georgia. This is going to be a massive week for recruiting. We're on make or break with a ton of guys right here, so we'll see who we're able to lock up. So we get a 5-star defensive end, which is huge. We get a 5-star free safety. Oh no, I think we might have lost quite a few guys there. Okay, we're going to take a look at recruiting. Then we're going to go watch this Georgia game. Top 7 matchup right here. So looking at recruiting, we ended up losing Jamal Charles a few weeks ago. We're right in it still with our guy, Darren McFadden. We are almost maxed out for him, so there's really not much else we can do. Oh, actually, okay. We can risk it and go with a hard sell, even though we don't know all of his stuff. So it's brand exposure and pro potential that we know so far. So we're going to go with workhorse. That for sure gets us 2 of the 3, and then we'll have to see. We're going to take the DM and we're going to go with a contact friends and family, full 65 hours to him. It is home stretch right here with our guy Deshaun Jackson. We are in the top 3, 5-star wide receiver. We're going all in on him. 65 hours, 100%. Another 4-star receiver. Looks like we have a good shot at him. Tight end right here. We're going to up him to 50 hours. We do have a bunch of hours now that we can go. Got our left tackle. Got another left tackle we're kind of in a dogfight with right here. So we're going to remove DM. And we're going to go contacts, friends, and family. We did miss out on a bunch of the guards that we were going after, unfortunately. But we are going to get both these 4-star centers, it looks like. We're literally the only ones to even to offer them, so we're just going to stick there. We did lose one of the 5-star DNs. We have another 5-star DN right here, but we're fully in. We can't go any more hours, so we're in all the way on him. We got another 5-star DM. We're at send the house, so we're going to switch this over to hard sell, which will be workhorse. Plus, we're going to go friends and family. We did get Cashman. It is neck and neck right here for one of the top 5 players in the class. But there's really nothing else we can do. We're all 65 hours, so it looks like, unfortunately, Ohio State's probably going to get him. Didn't get this guy. Another D tackle here. We're only at 25 hours, so we're going to up this to 50 here for we'll go 60 hours for him. We'll go send the house and DM. We should be able to get him. We lost this D tackle, left outside linebacker. We're not even going to worry about him. 5-star right outside. He's actually not getting a lot of run, and we're still in the running, so we're going to all of a sudden go hard sell out of nowhere for this dude with starter. And we'll go contact friends and family. Still have 135 hours for a 4-star top 5 player in the class. We just haven't had the hours to go after him super hard, but we are going to go full 65 hours to him now. We're going to starter for him as well. Contact friends and family. Middle. Another middle linebacker here. We're going to add another send the house. Cornerback, neck and neck here for Malcolm Jenkins. So obviously we want to lock down Malcolm. We're going to go up to 65 hours with our contact friends and family. That should just sneak us over Georgia. Got another corner here. Haven't really been giving him much at all. So we're going to give him a send the house. Oh, we can't actually give him send the house. We will get rid of DM. Then we'll send the house. And that is going to be all our hours. So that's kind of where we're looking at recruiting. How I always look at it, I don't worry about getting the biggest classes. I always end up, cutting a bunch of guys anyway. So I just look at getting the best, high-end talent that we can. So hopefully we do that. Even if I sign 15, 20 guys, I think we're in a fine spot. Okay, we're going to get into this game. We are actually a higher overall than the #1 team in the country. We're better overall. We're better on offense. We're better on defense. So let's see if we can get this done on the road. Not going to be easy, but let's see. So we're going to sim through the first quarter. We'll see where we're at. So 0-0. Yeah, nothing through the first quarter. So we're going to go through this. 2nd and 14, 1st and goal. They're inside our 5 in our 2, and they're able to punch it in. They go up 7-0. Our ball, 4th and 3. We have to punt. 3rd and 4, 1st and 10, 2nd and 13. Okay, 3rd and 10. We'll watch this play right here. So 3rd and 10. Second quarter, we got them backed up. This is where the defense needs to make a play. Get off the field. Give our offense the ball back. Whoa, picked. Let's go. One of our white safeties. This might be a pick 6 down inside the 1-yard line. Jack Hunt, one of our boys on the back end, steps in front, and the very next play we punch it in. Humongous play. 3rd and 9. We get a stop. We have the ball at midfield here. 2nd and 7, 3rd and 1, 1st and 10, and we score a 38-yard touchdown pass to Dwayne Bowe. All this sudden we have a 7-point lead. 2nd and 5, 3rd and 1. They pick it up. 2nd and 7, 1st and 10 at our 20. 1st and goal from our 9. We'll watch from here. Oh my gosh, they have 9 seconds. They only have 1 timeout. Oh my gosh, this is huge. Oh my god, he's gonna run out of time. Oh my gosh, there's 1 second on the clock. He would have ran out of time. That actually would have been better. Yeah, they're able to kick a field goal. Actually would have been better if we let him catch it there and then tackled him, because probably would have took another second off the clock, but whatever. Okay, we're going to sim through the 3rd quarter now. 14-10 still. 21-10. Okay, there we go. 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10, Georgia football. 9 minutes left. Let's watch this play. So last time we watched a 3rd down play for our defense, we absolutely killed it. Kind of this area of the field as well. Oh, they're trying to set up a screen pass. Oh, corner comes up. Great tackle in the open field. Gonna put the ball right back in our hands. This is what we needed in this game. We have the ball past midfield. 3rd and 4 on the 42. This is a massive play. If we can get points on this drive, even a field goal, this game's probably over. Let's see. Right, drops it down, breaks a tackle down inside the 30-yard line. That is exactly what we wanted. Love to see it. Jump to next play. 2nd and 8, 1st and 10 in the 11, 2nd and 7, 3rd and 4 from the 5. Like I said, a field goal here and we're fine. We're in a great spot. So let's see. 5:48. Oh, we had the slant. That's going to be a sack. That's fine. We're actually keeping the clock running. Gonna kick a field goal, go up 2 touchdowns with 5 minutes left on the road. They kick it off. 1st and 10, 2nd and 10. They pick up the 1st, 2nd and 8, 1st and 10, 2nd and 3, 3rd and 10. So we get a sack. Massive play, huge down. This is 4 down territory, but hey, even if we let them, even if they score on this drive, we want to make them go as long as we can. Just snuck this in, and then we missed the tackle. That was actually a really nice throw. It looked like our DB was there just out of his reach, and we pick him off. Next play, LaRon Landry, our other stud safety. We have a really good secondary right now. 3rd and 12, and this game is going to be basically over here. We are going to win this one on the road against the #1 team in the country. Oh, this is kind of a glitch. It'll happen in the Super Sim sometimes. It'll be an offside penalty on them. I do not know why that happens, but we get a win on the road against the #1 team in the country. We are 5-0. This is exactly what we needed. Let's watch this one play on offense. 3rd and 7. Let's see if we can convert. Conversion here will basically put the game away. But oh my gosh, this is going to be a humongous win. Yeah, take the sack. That's fine. Let the clock run. It'll be 2-minute warning. Up 14. 2 minutes left. This is huge. We're going to jump easily into the top 5, maybe top 3 in the country after this game. Oh my gosh. They just hit a 66-yard touchdown. Okay, so they are going to be doing a onside kick here. Oh my goodness. There's no way. That's actually a decent bounce. Okay, right to us. There we go. We are going to be able to run this clock out. We can kneel on it. And that is going to be it. We are going to come to Georgia and win this bugger. Hell, it got a little scary at the end there, but that is what we needed. They actually had way more total yards than us, but we had a couple of interceptions that really kind of put this game on ice. We did not really throw or run the ball well at all, but we made the plays that we had to. We needed to have a bounce back year after last year. Last year we had 7 wins. We already have 5 this year, so much better spot. Super happy with this. This is exactly what we needed. Advance through, we should get a few good signings right here as well. We do get Darren McFadden. We do get Deshaun Jackson. That is awesome, but no one else. Oh no. I'll show you guys again kind of at the end of the year what our final recruiting class is looking like. Really quick though, we did end up losing Malcolm Jenkins, which really hurts. I thought we had him to unlock. That sucks. Next up, Texas at home. So we did jump up to number 4 in the country. They're only an 89. So I mean, they're unranked. Obviously, they're going to have talent, but this needs to be a W. We do get another center, and that is it right now. And we do win against Texas, so we jump up, or we win by 3 only. So the rest of our schedule, we got Mizzou, Tennessee, Mississippi State, Kentucky, Auburn, Texas A&M. So I wouldn't say an easy schedule. Obviously, this is the SEC, so it's never going to be easy. Okay, next up, Mizzou here versus LSU at home. They're only an 84. This has got to be just a beatdown. Jump to 7-0. That's got to be the goal here. We do get another 4-star wide receiver in the door and a 5-star defensive tackle. We drop down to 6-1 though. So now we're the number 6 seed in the country. Lose by 1 point at home, and now we're back against another number 1 team in the country. So second time playing the number 1 team. 7-1 Tennessee on the road, and they are a 80. Oh my gosh, they're an 84 overall. Somehow they're the number 1 team in the country. Can we knock off the number 1 team for the second time this year? This would be massive. Both on the road too would be. Get a 4-star center, 4-star middle linebacker, and we do, and we jump up to the number 3 team in the country. Absolutely massive. 7-1 now. We're able to beat Tennessee 41-20 on the road. We actually kind of shit pumped them. Mock had 4 touchdowns. Dexter 110. Dwayne Bowe had 95. So hopefully that kind of just jump starts us here. At Mississippi State versus Kentucky versus Auburn, ended at A&M. All these teams are basically 500 or 1 game above. So we should go 4-0 here. Okay, Mississippi State on the road. Need a W. We win. We go to 8-1. We jump to number 2 in the country. Mississippi State final score was 37-26. We'll take it. So right now, guys, I think one thing I kind of struggle with recruiting here, we kind of died with our recruiting. I had a really good start and I fell off with some of these guys. So I'm trying to sign some scrubs and get our class into a top 5 finish. You see, we got 5 stars, but like some of these guys got 24 4-stars. And the reason I need to get top 5 is because I haven't unlocked the next part of this. Is because I haven't unlocked the next part of the recruiting skill tree, which is elite recruiter. Then once I start getting this, and I need to sign 2 top 5 classes, I have 1 so far, then I can get additional interest every 10 hours. My grades have a larger impact, a bunch of stuff to help the recruiting. Right now I'm at a bit of a disadvantage, especially as we get deeper into the recruiting. Guys start to jump me because I don't have those extra boosts. So that is going to be really big to have. Okay, we got Kentucky here, 5-4, got to be a W, go to 10-1. We are, sorry, 9-1. We get the W. And now we got Auburn. Wow. We're keeping it going after 7-6, I believe, last year. To have this kind of turnaround, 38-13 W, 2 games left. Okay, Auburn at LSU. Can we jump up to 10-1 with 1 regular season game left? We do 10-1. Wow, and so we got A&M to end this thing. What a bounce back in year number 2. 28-24. Hey, we will take it. Okay, LSU A&M. Can we finish with 1 loss? Even 2 losses. We should make the SEC championship game, even if we do lose this one. Do get another 4-star corner in the door. We stay 11-1, number 3 team in the country, and we're going to play Mizzou in the conference championship game. So we are going to check that game out. Do get another 4-star wide receiver, another 3-star tight end. So let's just hop into this game. Trying to win the SEC championship game in our 2nd year. Let's go. I knew we were going to be a lot better this year. Last year was just a tough year where we just didn't play up to snuff. But hopefully this year we win this. We'll get a bye going into the playoff, which would be massive. Okay, so we're going to go through the first quarter here. We go up 7-0. We go up 10-0. Oh, wow. I just simmed through the first half. Oh, my God. We're up 23-0. I thought I was jumping through the quarter. They might score here. They get a touchdown right before half, but we're up 23-7. We'll go here. Yeah, 26-7. Okay, we're just going to sim to the end of this bad boy. We kind of blow them out, and then we'll just watch another game in the playoffs. So I was going to kind of hop in the second quarter, but we just kind of took it to these guys. 26-7. Okay, 26-14. 29-14 final. So we do win the SEC. We are going to get a bye in the first round of the college football playoff, which is absolutely huge. Going to make our path so much easier. Like, that is exactly what we needed. SEC champions. Let's freaking go. Yeah, okay. We're going to sim this week, and then we'll take a look at what the bracket is looking like. Do get another 3-star QB in the recruiting class as well. DeAndre McCollum, quarterback at Notre Dame, wins the Heisman. 4,200 yards, 50 touchdowns, 6 picks. That is a wicked year. Looking at early national signing day, we did jump up to the number 6 class in the country. If I can sign a few more guys, hopefully we get in the top 5, and that should, like I said, really, really help us for next year's recruiting. Okay, let's look at the bracket here. So we do get a bye. We get either Mizzou, who we've already beaten in the SEC championship, or Cal in the first round, and we just blew the doors off Mizzou. So we're going to feel really confident in that game, I think, no matter who we play. Okay, so we get Cal. They're the number 5 team in the country, so not an easy game, 11-2. Let's see what their overall is. They're an 80. Oh, my gosh. Okay. We just need to stomp these guys into the dirt. There can be no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Then I think we get Miami. If they advance, they're in our bracket, the other team that get the bye. So going to be a much tougher game next round, and then we're 1 game away from the Natty. We can't overlook these guys, but 80 overall, there can be no doubt. We're going to go through the quarter here. 0-0, 0-0. Okay, we're knotted at zeros going into the second quarter. Their ball, they pass half, 2nd and 4, 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, 3rd and 2 from our 6. So looks like they're going to get the first points of the game unless we can just make something crazy happen here. A pick, a fumble, a sack, strip, something like that. They're going to do a little jet touch pass. Oh, our linebacker kind of took a weird angle inside, but he makes the tackle. Nice play in space, and they are going to kick our 3, and we're going to, get the ball. So now we got to answer. They pick us off. Oh, no. And then they score a 20-yard touchdown next play. Oh, no. All of a sudden, it's not looking great. 2nd and 7, 1st and 10. Penalty. Okay, we got it 1st and 10 from the 13. We're going to watch from right here. Did not think we'd be losing 10-0 with 5:48 left in the half, but now it's time for someone to make a play on offense. Let's see. We're going to hand this ball off. Gets downhill. Not a ton there. Joseph Adai, 7 carries for 16 yards. Not great. Going to sim next play. 3rd and 5. We convert that. Okay, we're going to watch from the 1-yard line here. Need to punch this in. Go down 10-7. No field goal here. This needs to be a touchdown. Going to motion our tight end across the formation. Going to hand this ball off. Right in there. Diving touchdown. Joseph Adai. And we cut it down to 10-7. So we desperately needed that after the field goal and then the pick that set them up. Now our defense is out there. We hold them to 4th down. They punt. Our ball on offense. We have to punt their ball. Oh, they got it. 3rd and 2 at the 37. Oh, they got it at our 23. 2nd and 6. Okay. They were not able to get points there. It is 10-7. We are going to go to the 4th quarter. Still 10-7. Still 10-7. So super low scoring game here. Not a lot of points. 3rd and 6 for us. Let's watch this big 3rd down. We convert here. We are going to be in scoring territory, but we got to convert this ball. Need 6 yards. Can drop back, mock, kind of antsy in the pocket, checks it down to our tight end. Their safety makes a diving play there to knock that away from our tight end. We do punt it inside their 5-yard line, which is huge. 3rd and 7 on their 5. This is where your defense needs to make a play. This is where you need a pick, a sack, a safety. Just flip the game on its head. Obviously, you just stop him. Is big. Oh my gosh, we almost hit the safety. They were trying to set up the screen pass. We had him in the end zone. Hit him. Ball pops up. That was so close. But we get a wicked return. We have it inside the 40 to start. 1st and 10. 1st and goal from the 5. We're going to watch from here. Obviously, massive. You can kick a field goal. Like, obviously, if it's 4th down, you kick the ball to tie it. But you really want to score and go up here. Oh, really nice open field tackle. Let's go again. 2nd and goal from the 4. A little pistol look. Trips to the top. We need to punch it in, like I said. Hand it off. Joseph Adai, and he's in. That's 2 touchdowns in the 4th quarter for Joseph Adai to put us up. And now I feel confident. I don't think Cal's offense is going to have anything in the tank to get a touchdown right now in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 10. They get a freaking 30-yard play on 3rd and 10, 3rd and 5 from our 40 here. Obviously, they can still punt the ball here, try to get us, pin us deep. This is not like have to go for it on 4th down. Gonna hit, play action. Oh, up over the top. Oh, great job by our corner. Like I said, this definitely could be a punt. I think it kind of makes sense to try to pin us deep, but unfortunately for them, it's a touchback. 2nd and 12, 1st and 10, 23 yards to Devery Henderson. Then Joseph Adai breaks for 23, 2nd and 5, 3rd and 2. A 1st down here will ice this, hold us, and we're going to have to kick a field goal to go up 7. So this is the play of the day. Joseph Adai, cuts to the outside. Open field tackle. Adai is not able to fall forward. Now we got to kick a field goal to go up 7. And we have to make it. We do make it. 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10, 4th and 10. Here is the game. They need a conversion or this one is over. Let's see. Drops back, 4-man rush, up over the top. Oh, diving SWAT. Sick play. Way to end it. That'll do it. We are going to advance to the semifinal. Huge win. Sugar Bowl victory. What a bounce back after 7-6 last year to just playing great. 1 loss right now, and we're a game away from the national championship. So we got Vautech. So the University of Miami lost. Wow, to Virginia Tech. They're an 85. This has to just be a W. This is a very easy path we've gotten so far. Easy, like you never know. But look who we're going to face. We're either going to play Oregon or Georgia. So what we're going to do here, guys, we are going to sim through this week. We could lose. Who knows? And then if we win, we are going to watch the Oregon-Georgia game. Can we get to the Natty in our 2nd year? We do get another 3-star QB. And we do win 14-1. So we are in the national championship semifinal win. What a bounce back. And we're either going to get Oregon or a rematch with Georgia, but we get the Oregon Ducks 1 versus 3. What a matchup. Both 14-1. We are just going to hop right into this. We are actually well above them overall, but that doesn't mean nothing. In the Natty, this is the #1 team in the country. 1 loss just like us. This is it. This is it for the national championship. Night game outside. Let's go. We are going to sim through the first quarter. Let's see. Oregon, quick 7-0 lead. We answer back with a field goal. Their ball, they get a touchdown. So all of a sudden we're down 14-3. This is not where we want to be, but Carl Dexter, 30-yard run, 2nd and 13, 3rd and inches from the 32. We pick it up. 2nd and 10, 1st and 10 from the 12, 2nd and 8 from the 11. We're going to watch these two plays. We technically can get a first down here as well. Let's see. Trips to the top. Gonna fake the handoff. Mock. Don't take a sack. Throw it away. That is just the worst thing you could do there. Now we need, honestly, you cannot. If Mock takes a sack here, we probably don't even get points. So you can't take a sack. You can't throw a pick here. They're bringing a bit of a blitz. Mock. Okay, yeah. Just scramble. No, get the yards. Oh my God. That's a first down. I hated that decision, but it works out. Oh my goodness. That was actually a great play by Mock. Looked like he could have scrambled for about 10 to 15 yards, made an easy field goal. We dive in and we score. Wow. After that sack, it was not looking good. Mock makes a wicked play, gets us inside the 5, and we score. Huge. Okay, 2nd and 6, 1st and 10 for them, 2nd and 10, 1st and 10, 2nd and 6, 3rd and 12 on our 44. Massive play. We can hold them to no points here. Can even let him get 6, 7, 8 yards. You can't let him even get really close to the first down marker, though, because then it's a field goal. Oh my God, he caught it. I thought he was going to the slot receiver. He went to the outside. Nice throw. Great conversion. Keep the drive alive. 2nd and 10, 3rd and 7, inside the 8, inside the 5. And we get a sack. So 3rd and 13. We can hold them to 3 here. 2-minute warning. Here we go. Massive, massive play. We can keep this a 1-possession game if we can hold them to a field goal. Little crosser. Oh, nice stick and an incompletion. Great job by Cam Vaughn over the middle. Huge stop. We hold them to 7, and we have a chance to get some points here before the half. 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1. We get sacked on 3rd and 1. They have a minute 15. They get a big play. Oh, I think we picked up. No, sack. Oh, yeah, we picked them off, but it's 2nd and 29, 3rd and 22. Just run that out. Okay, that's going to take us to the half. We're down 7. I'll take it. We're going to go to the 4th quarter. Sim through the 3rd. 17-10 still. We cut it to 17-13, and that is where we sit at the start of the 4th. Their ball on our 12. So it looks like they're going to get points here again. Once again, we got to just keep this a 7-point game. Hold them to 3, and we'll be in a decent spot. Drops back over the middle. Touchdown. Oh. I'm not going to say it's over, but we just don't have a super explosive offense right now. Down 11, 2 scores. Yeah, it's not over. We just got picked. Okay, now it's probably over. Oh, yeah. 31 to 13. Yeah. Okay, we scored. 31-20. We need to stop. 3rd and 4. We don't get a stop. 3rd and 4 again. We don't. Yeah. Oregon was just a little better than us. We kept it close throughout the game. I just don't think our offense is explosive enough right now. We do have a lot of young playmakers coming along that I think is going to help, but right now, just not explosive. But hey, we'll take it. We were horrible last year. We made it to the Natty, 1-possession game in the 4th quarter. I will take that. That is such a big improvement that you really can't be too mad at it. kind of look at some end of the year stuff here. All-Americans, did we have any of those? No first. Oh, we have one first with Chad Lavalis. Oh, and both our safeties, Grimes and LaRon Landry. Second team. So we had 3 All-American safeties. Wait, 4 All-American safeties. How's that even work? What? No freshmen. That's fine. Let's look at some season stats. Mock. 231 yards a game, 36 touchdowns, 8 picks isn't bad. Dexter Mock, Joseph Adai didn't have a great year, couldn't really run the ball much. Clayton Bowe had, and all 3 of our receivers were decent, around 50 yards per game. Nothing really spectacular. TFLs, sacks, interceptions, 6 for Hunt. So overall, good year. I still think we're missing those really superstar X Factory type players, but that is going to come. But that is going to come, and we're going to be better in those spots. So I'm confident there. So we ended off as the number 2 team in the country. Let's see players leaving. Obviously, this can be big. Holiday and LaRon Landry. I'd like LaRon to stay. No. Holiday, our really good center. Oh, he was persuaded. Okay. Oh, no, he wasn't. Okay, no. Neither of them were persuaded. Let's see who we lose. We lose Lavalis, Landry, Holiday, Hunt. Honestly, not that bad. We are going to be really good again next year, I think. I would have liked Landry, but hey, it is what it is. Look at recruiting and transfer. We still have a few guys kind of up in the air for recruiting that I would like to sign, just as, you know, guys can help up our recruiting rankings, because we really need to finish top 5 this year. But we are going to go after some transfer portal guys, which will help as well. So we got a 4-star end. Got a good line running back. A bunch of running backs. Got a 4-star corner. 4-star guard. 4-star D tackle. And go 4-star DN. So if we can get a few of these guys, really going to help boost our recruiting class. And right now we're 6. So we just need a few of these guys to sign, jump us up into the top 5. So we do get a 4-star receiver, 4-star safety right away. Go to National Signing Day now. We actually end up finishing with the number 1 class. Those transfer portal guys help put us over the top. 5 5-stars, 13 4-stars. So we did enough there. Let's look at all the recruits here, and we'll see kind of where all the real life guys ended up that didn't go to our school. So QB, we didn't go after any of these guys. Colt McCoy ends up at Kansas State. Mark Sanchez ends up at Oregon. And then Arkansas gets Chase Daniel. Running back, we had a bunch of these guys. So we ended up getting Darren McFadden. Steve Slayton ends up at Miami. Jamal Charles ends up at Ole Miss. Jonathan Stewart ends up at USC. Rashard Mendenhall also ends up at USC. And then lastly, Penn State gets Ray Rice. Receivers, we end up with the number 1 receiver in Deshaun Jackson. Notre Dame gets Mario Manningham. And then Penn State gets Darius Hayward-Bay. We get the only tight end with Jermichael Finley. We get Eugene Monroe. And then Michael Orr goes to South Carolina. Ndamukong Suh goes to USC. Wisconsin gets James Laurinaitis. Tennessee gets Ray Maaluga. Brian Cushing goes to Arkansas. And then Georgia gets Curtis Lofton. Going over to corner, we just lost out. We get second on Malcolm Jenkins. We do end up with Kenny Phillips. And then Notre Dame gets Walter Thurman. So that's where all the real life guys ended up going. And we do finish with the number 1 recruiting class, which is pretty sweet. All right, so that's basically going to wrap up this season. I'm going to do just some last touch-up stuff, and we're going to get into season number 3. And I did unlock Elite Recruiter, which is massive. All right, so start of year number 3. We are going to hop in right now. Just quickly look at our roster. Look at some of the recruits we signed last year. So Mock is going to be in his senior year, last year as a starter. Next year, it's going to be between this Burks guy, Pat White, or Jamarcus Russell. Probably start Pat White. Usually, I'm always going to start a real guy over an auto-gen player. Running back, we got Joseph Adai in his junior year. We have redshirt Darren McFadden. So I ended up redshirting him, but star development trait. He looks like he's going to be an absolute stud. And then we also have redshirt freshman Adrian Peterson. So we are set at running back. Receiver, we are absolutely reloaded right now. We got Ted Ginn Jr., who shot up. He went to an 89 as a redshirt freshman. Still have Michael Clayton. Still have Devery Henderson. Still have Dwayne Bowe. Got Deshaun Jackson, who I am redshirting. Star development trait. We could have Deshaun Jackson, Ted Ginn Jr., and then still have Calvin Johnson, who I didn't mean to exit out there, who doesn't have great development trait, but literally next year our top 3 could be with Dwayne Bowe and then Ted Ginn, Deshaun Jackson, Calvin Johnson. Tight end, Edwards looks really good. Zach Miller is his backup. Jermichael Finley, one of the freshmen we brought in this year, impact development trait. He looks like he could be a good player for sure. Left tackle, Eugene Monroe is our young guy, really good at guard. Center, we're just okay, really good at guard, pretty good at tackle. Left end, Marcus Spears is a junior 9 overall. Hill as a senior end. We still have Derek Harvey, did get this freshman in as well, and Hay. Dorsey, Kyle Williams on the inside, Keith Rivers at one of our outside backers, Alonzo Highsmith, and then Cameron Vaughn, who's a senior with Patrick Willis as his backup. Darrell Revis shot up to an 89 overall. He's going to be our number 1 corner. Looks good. Free safety, Kenny Phillips. This guy's going to be a stud. 83 overall, elite development trait, a 5-star safety we brought in with Grimes and Stelz as our starters. So we lost in the national championship this year. I think we might be better once again. So we are going to be right there. Hopefully we can get a good recruiting class and just keep filling up the coffers and just keep going. So prospect list, looking at QBs, we have 3 real life quarterbacks in this QB class. Or 4, sorry. First one is going to be right here with the number 1 quarterback in the class, and it is going to be Tim Tebow. 5-star recruit, ended up going to Florida in real life. Obviously, we are 10th on his board, but I am going for him 100%. 5-star, we're in the running, we're going for him. Next up, we have Jake Locker. We're not on his board. He played at Washington, was a top 10 pick in the NFL draft. 4-star recruit, looking at USC, UCLA, Arizona State, Oregon, Texas. Also have right here with Matthew Stafford. We're actually 9th on his board. He went to Georgia, but he's from the state of Texas. We are going to add him as well. 4-star recruit, Texas, TCU, A&M, Oklahoma, Baylor. So all the Texas schools, but we are going to go after him. And then the last quarterback is going to be right here with Sam Bradford, who went to Oklahoma, 1st overall pick by the Rams, Tennessee, Georgia, Oregon, Ole Miss, and Clemson. We are just going to go after Tim Tebow and Matthew Stafford. If we got either of those guys, we are going to be in an amazing spot. Okay, moving on to running back, not really a huge position for need for us. We've been really killing it with the running backs. But first up, we have LaShawn Shady McCoy. Really good NFL career, played at Pitt. Here he's looking at Wisconsin, Ole Miss, Oregon. We're number 4 on his list, and he's a 4-star, number 2 back in the country. So we are going to add him as well. Then we have right here with CJ Spiller. Spiller played at Clemson from the state of Florida. Super fast, athletic. We're 2nd on his board. Ole Miss, us, Michigan, USC, Texas A&M. Got to go after him when we're that high. Then we have DeMarco Murray. We're not on his board. We're not going to go after him. Texas, Oregon, USC, Nebraska, Oklahoma. He went to Oklahoma in real life. And then lastly, we have Beanie Wells, Ohio State, 2nd round pick by Arizona in the NFL draft. Purdue, North Carolina State, Michigan, USC, and A&M. We're just going to go after those 2 backs. If we got either of those guys, we're going to be in a great spot. Okay. 3 real life wide receivers. First up, we have Kenny Britt. So Kenny Britt played at Rutgers, 2nd round pick or late 1st round pick by Tennessee. 5-star, 5th player in the class. Georgia, Ohio State, Clemson, Alabama, Tennessee. I don't think we're going to go after him. But we do have Michael Crabtree from Texas, went to Texas Tech, won the Biletnikoff, I think in his 1st or 2nd year. 4-star recruit, looking at Texas, OU, A&M, Alabama, TCU, and we're actually 6th on his board, so we are going to go after him. And then the last one one is going to be right here with Percy Harvin. So Percy Harvin, he's from Virginia, but actually played at Florida. 4-star recruit, NC State, UNC, Clemson, Georgia, Vautech. We're not in his board, so we're just going to go after Crabtree. Then we have two more 5-star wide receivers. We're going to go after them as well. Tight ends, we have no tight ends, but we'll go through the list. We do have a 5-star who are 6th, a 4-star who are 6th, and 2 guys here. We'll go after one more guy who are 3rd. Moving on to offensive tackles. We do have 2 offensive tackles. Right here, we have Trent Williams, still playing in the NFL right now for the Niners, one of the best offensive tackles of all time. Played at Oklahoma. We are going to go after him. We are 7th on his board, so definitely going to go after him. The other one is going to be right here with Andre Smith. Andre played at Alabama. He's from Alabama. We are 6th on his board. We are going to go after him as well. We also have the number 1 offensive tackle in the class who are 4th. We do kind of need some O-linemen, so I'm going to go after 4 tackles here. All auto gens for guards and centers, so we'll just kind of go through. We'll add a couple guards there, and we'll add a center. We'll add 2 centers, and that's it. So we're set 18 players so far in the class. Moving on to defense now, and we do have 2 defensive ends right here with Brandon Graham. Graham played at Michigan, still playing or was playing last year for the Eagles. 5-star recruit looking at Tennessee, Michigan, Nebraska, Oregon, Mizzou. We're not on his board. If we look at the other guy, it's going to be right here with Sergio Kindle. He played at Texas, absolute freak, speed rusher, athlete. He's going to be a 4-star recruit. We are 5th on his board, so we will add him up. Looking at the rest of the list, we have 3 5-stars who are in the running it with at the top there, and another guy here. We're going to add all 5 of those DNs. We're going to go pretty hard at the DNs here. Defensive tackles, we have 2 right here with Geno Atkins. So Atkins played at Georgia. He's from the state of Florida. Really good career for the Bengals in the NFL. 5-star recruit. We are going to add him up. And then the other one is going to be right here with Gerald McCoy from Oklahoma. Played at Oklahoma. Top 5 pick by Tampa Bay in the NFL draft. Definitely going to add him as well. We're 4th on his board. We have another guy who are 6th. Another 5-star who are 5th. So 4 5-star defensive tackles. We are loading up on D-line here. If we can get 2 of those guys and 2 of the DNs, we are going to have an unbelievable class along the O-line. Outside linebackers, we have 1. It is going to be right here with Brandon Spikes. Spikes played at Florida. Big, physical linebacker. We'll add him. We're 6 on his board, and we have a bunch of, we can't even go after all these guys. I mean, this guy, we're 4th. We'll go after him, I guess. We only have 6 spots left, including for DBs, and we actually have a pretty good group of DBs. So middle linebacker, we're not even going to go after any. Gonna move on to corner. We have 3 corners in this class. The first one right here is gonna be Myron Roll. He was kind of a safety corner kind of guy coming out of college coming out of high school. Played safety in college, but 5-star recruit from Florida. We aren't on his board, but I am gonna go after him. One of the number 1 players in the class. We're going to go after him. Then we also have right here with Vontae Davis. So Davis played at Illinois, 4-star recruit. We're not on his list, so I'm not going to go after him. And the other one actually is going to be right here with Richard Sherman. I'm a Seahawks fan, so we're definitely going to go after Sherman. He is also a 4-star recruit, and we're 4th on his board, looking at Ohio State, Texas, Oregon, us, and Bama. So we're going to go after both those guys. Plus, we have the another 5-star here with Cleveland from Louisiana. He's, white corner. Let's go. We're 1st on his board. Gonna move on to safety now. And we have the number 1 safety, number 1 player in the whole class with Taylor Mays at free safety. 5-star recruit, played at USC. Here, it's Ohio State, Bama, Oklahoma, Texas, and then Texas A&M. We are 8th, so hey, we're in the running. We're going to go after them. We also have another safety here who are 3rd. We'll go after him, and then strong safety we'll check. And the number 1 strong safety in the class is going to be Cam Chancellor, 5-star. Part of the LOB, played at Virginia Tech. We are going to add him as well. So that is it. That is our full board. Some crazy good players. We're actually in a good spot with a ton of them. So I'm going to set up my board right now, and then we're going to get into the season. Oh, we did get 1 auto commit as I'm just going down and recruiting here. So we did get that 1 corner 5-star to auto commit, which is nice. Okay, so I scouted, offered all my scholarships. Let's look at our schedule and see how this thing is looking. So Okay, I'm not playing all of my out-of-conference games. We're moving 2 of those to home. We're not playing all of them on the road. We'll play out on the road at Maryland. We're going Utah, Cal at home. Sorry. We're in the SEC. We already have a tough enough schedule. Kentucky, Auburn, Georgia Tech. Oh, my God. Look at our final 2 games. Wow, that's tough. I was literally, before I saw that, I'm like, honestly, not horrible. Like, if you look, Kentucky, Auburn, Tennessee, A&M, Mizzou, Mississippi State, SEC schedule, take that, boom, Georgia, Texas, end it all off. So Cal, I doubt is that great. I think we played them in the playoff and we kind of shit pumped them last year. So we should be in an okay spot, but okay, let's get into this first week here. Now, we are going to go through, we have a bye week here, so we're going to go through the recruiting right here, and then we'll look at it again at about the midway, 7 weeks into the season, whatever. So first up, we have Tim Tebow. We scouted him. We don't know if he's a gem, but I am going all in on Tim Tebow 100%. I would love Tebow. We're going 65 hours right off rip. We scouted Stafford. He has a ton of offers, and we know he's not a gem. I'm not even going to go after him. Running back, we scouted McCoy, and we know he's not a gem. It's not really a position of need. And then we scouted Spiller, and we know at least he could be a gem. So I'm actually going to go after Spiller, and we're not going to go after LaShawn. Kind of seems risky, but it's the way we're going to pull it. Now, looking at Michael Crabtree, he's only got 2 offers, us and SMU right now. We're going to go 50 hours to him. I'm going to be kind of a little bit more, I'm going to go after the guys I really, really want in this class. Now, Jordan, 5-star receiver, not a real guy, so we're only going to give him 25. Same with this 5-star receiver. We're going to go 25 hours to those 2. Now, looking at tight ends, we have this 5-star recruit. We know he's a gem at tight end. You got it. We're going 50 hours him. The other 2, we have this guy where we're his only offer, and we know he's a gem. So we're just going to go 25 hours to him. I'm trying to play this smart with my hours here. Now, Trent Williams, scouted. We know he's not a gem, unfortunately. He does have a ton of offers, but I'm still giving him 50. If we can get Trent Williams in the door, I'm going to do it. Same with Andre Smith. Have to do 50 for Andre. Now getting into these rest of the O-line, they're all going to be auto-gen guys. We're going to be a little more smart. So Hicks, even though he's a 5-star, 6th player in the country, we know he's not a gem. And Fowler. Okay, so both these tackles we know, but we're going to go after Hicks just with 25 hours. The guards, Duarte, Hamrick, both scouted. No idea if they're gems or not. Duarte looks like he's going to have less competition, so I think we're just going to go after him right now. Then this guard, our center, scouted, know he's a gem, going to go 25 for him. This center, we know he's not a gem, so we're actually going to go back up to Hamrick, give him 25. So we're about half our hours right now through offense. Now we're getting into defense. Now, unfortunately, it wouldn't let me offer Sergio Kindle. We do have the deal breaker for him, so we're actually just going to remove him off our board. Then the rest of the DNs, 5-star, 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 and a 4-star. Scouted all of them. None of them, we didn't get a good scout on if they're gems or not, so frick. This guy's 10th player in the country. We'll go 50 for him. This guy's 14th. Oh my goodness. 50 for him. Gotta go like 25 for him because we're just eating through. And this guy's not a ton of people are going after. We're going to go 10 hours to him. D tackle. We have 4 D tackles. Same thing though. We didn't get a good read on any of these guys, so it makes it kind of tough. I think we're going to go to this guy 50. This guy 25. This guy 25. This guy 25. We just didn't get good enough read to really cancel guys out. Brandon Spikes did get a good read on him. We're gonna go 50. We are losing hours now. I got to be super careful. Claybooks, we'll go 10 hours to you. Just kind of try to stay in the mix. Now we have 190 hours for our DBs. Starting off with Myron Roll. We're not on his list, but we know he's a gem, so we're going to send the house. Could be a little risky. Richard Sherman, we're in 2nd. We don't know if he's a gem or not. I'm going 50. We already got 1 5-star corner. Now, moving on to Taylor Mays. Scouted. We know he's not a gem, but he's a 5-star #1 player in the country. We gotta go all in on him. This guy, we have 40 hours left for Cam Chancellor. we're going to go 25. And then this guy, we're going to go 10 and 5. So that is how we are going to give our hours out. That is what the class is looking like. This has a chance to be a special class in Baton Rouge. So let's see. We are going to advance through the first week, and we should have a game this week coming up against Cal. So it is Cal. We are the number 2 team in the country right now. They're number 8. Georgia, 92 overall. We're in 94. We're the best team in the country. Cal's in 82 overall, and this is at home. This needs to be an absolute shit pumping. I really want to end this year off with a natty, so we're going to sim through this week. Got to start 1-0. I really want to win the natty this year. From a shitty first year to getting second in the country last year to win it all this year, that is what we want to see. And we do start 1-0. We win 30-3. Definitely will take that. 179, 2 touchdowns. Joseph Adai, 149. Ted Ginn, 2 touchdowns. Defensively, some sacks, 1 pick. So team, great start. We got Utah next. Utah's an 82 overall. Once again, we're at home. This just has to be another big win. Okay, we jump up to the number 1 team in the country. We start 2-0, so that means Georgia might have lost. 17-10 versus Utah. Hey, we get it done. Put a W up. That's all I care about. Okay, FCS here, week 3. Got to win this by 40, 50 points. And then we play one more non-conference, Maryland. And then we get into some SEC football. So 3-0, still the number 1 team in the country. We actually got a few more skill points here. I'm putting this all in recruiting. So yeah, we're able to do a bit more stuff in here. So this will just keep more interest, just really helps lock in recruits. So should help us here. We do have number 3 or 13 Maryland on the road. So they're in 84, but on the road, this will be our toughest test of the year so far. Okay, Maryland, let's see. Hopefully jump up to 4-0. Stay as the number 1 team in the country this week. And we get some commitments. So we get Michael Crabtree, 4-star wide receiver, and Trent Williams, 4-star offensive tackle. So 2 huge recruits right there. And we do stay undefeated, 4-0 on the bye now. We win 47-36, so an absolute shootout. Mock, 4 touchdowns, 300 yards. Joseph Adai, 98 yards. Ted Ginn Jr., 108. The fact we're going to have Ted Ginn Jr. and Deshaun Jackson next year as 2 of our number 1 receivers is going to be absolutely sick. I forgot to do my recruiting. Oh my gosh, I forgot to do my hours for recruiting. Shoot. We do get Tim Tebow, luckily, but I probably just might have cost myself some other guys. And we get CJ Spiller, and we get a 5-star tight end, and we get a 5-star defensive end. But I did probably cost myself 1 or 2 guys there because I forgot to do my hours. So we'll just go through the recruiting right now. So we got all those guys signed. We do have 2 other wide receivers who we're going to kind of try to get filler type guys, but they're 5 stars. Bring all the 5 stars in we can. We already got 1 tight end. We got this other tight end. He's only got 2 people going after him. We have a lot. I had almost half my hours available here. Already got one of our offensive tackles. We did lose out on Andre Smith. This 5-star tackle, we're going to go up to 50 hours. We're going to jump his ass up. 50 hours right there. This guy, I mean, no one's really going after him. We'll give him 25 hours for now. One of the guards, it's us or Kansas State. We're going to jump him up to 50 right here. Try to lock him down. Same with this. Ooh, it's right on. It looks like we're going to miss out on this guy. This is one of the guys where I probably would have jumped his hours last week, but I didn't because I freaking simmed by accident before I did. But there we go. So we're actually going to do hard sell plus the 25, go all in. Probably not going to be enough, but we'll try. This center, definitely want to lock him down, so I'm going to do similar hard sell here right there with Sunday Bound. This center, don't really care. I mean, we'll throw him 10 hours here just to start kind of moving the ball a little bit with him. But left end, ooh, 5. This is another guy I probably would have adjusted things last week, and this is probably going to end up making me lose him now, which is unfortunate, but it's going to be pretty tough here. We're in a pretty solid 3rd. I am going to give him the full 65. We're in 2nd, but Miami has a pretty big lead. We did get this 5-star D end. this 5-star DM, we have the hours and nobody's going after him that hard yet. So we could probably hard sell him right there. And yeah, we're going to be in a good spot with him. Our 2D tackles. So right here we have Geno Atkins. It's either going to be us or Ole Miss. We are going to go hard sell plus the other contact friends and family. All out war to try to get him in the door right now. And contact friends. Same with Gerald McCoy. Same thing. We're going to go all out. Try to lock him down. This class is going to be our best class for sure. Not having those extra abilities for recruiting just makes it a lot tougher. As soon as you start getting those, it just makes it so much easier to lock these guys down. This guy, I mean, we'll just go 50 hours to him. We're going to have such a good D tackle class already, but if we get him, sweet. Brandon Spikes, this is home stretch. We are going to add another 25 hours to him, fully locked in. Myron Roll, we are going to up him to, we actually haven't unlocked his third thing, but we're still going to hard sell him with that or that. We'll go Coach Prestige because that one's higher. We're going to guess there plus the 25. We only have 20 hours left. We did lose out on Richard Sherman, unfortunately. Looks like we are going to be able to lock down Taylor Mays most likely. Same with this guy. We're actually kind of in a battle here. We could probably switch him to hard sell. Right there, hard sell plus a contact friends and family. And then lastly, we have a punter here. We'll just give him another 5. Looks like we're his only offer. So this is going to be our best class of the sim. Looks like it could just absolutely be legendary. That's the last time we'll look dead on for recruiting for you guys, but then I'll just update it with who we actually end up signing. And at the end of the year, we'll go through it all. So we do get that 4-star center. We do get Gerald McCoy. We do get Brandon Spikes. We do get Taylor Mays. So already our class, we did lose some guys, but our class is going to be absolutely sick. Okay, and now we get into the meat of our schedule. We got SEC opponents with Kentucky on the road right here. They're only an 80 overall. So even though it's a road SEC, this needs to be a bloodbath. Okay, so sim through Kentucky. Let's go 5-0. 5-0. We're winning an Addy this year. So we get another 4-star tight end, 4-star guard, 5-star defensive end, 4-star safety, but we lost to Kentucky. How did we lose? So we dropped all the way down to 14th in the country, 35-28. So we got Auburn, Tennessee. Oh my goodness. Okay. We can't lose before Georgia, Texas, and then we can max lose one of those games. So we just got to win. We got to start just winning. Okay, Auburn on the road. They're in 89. This is the toughest game right here. 89 on the road. We just lost to Kentucky somehow. Now we got to beat Auburn. So we do get Myron Roll. Big pickup there. So that's another 5-star, signee we got. And we do win. So we jump up to number 11 in the country. We win 34-21 on the road. So Tennessee, Texas A&M, Missouri, Mississippi State. Got to go 4-0 here before the absolute gauntlet to end our year. Quickly, I'm not gonna go take you guys through my whole board, but if you look at top classes, we have 9 5-stars, 7 4-stars, have a few more guys up in the air, but almost the whole class is locked in. We did end up losing the other D tackle, Geno Atkins, but yeah, there's a center, another tackle, and that's basically it. I usually don't really care if I sign more than 15 16 guys. That's enough to kind of keep you rocking, and we're probably going to get 2 or 3 more. So we are in a fine spot. Okay, Tennessee at home, 5-1. Got to win it. Tennessee's an 85 at home. This has just got to be a win. Yay, Tennessee. Do we get it done? We get another 5-star commit. That's, I believe, our 10th 5-star in the door. Absolutely nuts. And we're 6-1. We go up to number 8 in the country. We win 27-24. Okay, we got 3 more, and then we'll watch one of the Texas or Georgia game as well. Okay, A&M at home, 4-3. They're an 84. Sweep them away. Easy win. Let's beat them handily. Let's win this by like 20. Do we get it done? No signees this week. And we win. So 7-1, jump up to number 5 in the country. Let's just look at the top 10 here really quick. Nebraska. So we played Georgia. Looks like Texas did get their second loss, but Two top 10 opponents left. Let's see what that score was. 38-14. So that's a nice victory right there. Missouri, Mississippi State, then Georgia. Okay, Missouri on the road. They're in 85. Should be able to roll through this. We did lose to Kentucky earlier, but I mean, we got to get this done. We might split against Texas, Georgia, so win is needed. We do get another 4-star center, and we win. Okay, so 8-0. Number 3 in the country. What was the score in that one? 34-16. So back-to-back pretty convincing wins. Ranked Mississippi State team. I believe this is at home. It is. They're 7-2 though. Only an 82 overall though. So we gotta light them up. Okay, Mississippi State. What do we got? And no signings. We get it done. So it's number 2 versus number 3. Oh my goodness. We beat Mississippi State 34-20. We have not on the road at Texas. So let's watch this Georgia game in Baton Rouge, Death Valley, and then we'll sim through the Texas game. What a matchup. 2 versus 3. They were the preseason number 1. We were preseason number 2. So absolute heavyweight bout right here. Okay, so we are going to start out by simming the first quarter, and then we'll see where we're at. 0-0. Georgia jumps out 7 rip. We go 7-7. So super tight after 1. Minus 3-yard rush. They have it 3rd and 22 inside their own 15-yard line. Huge play right here. This is where you want to cause a turnover. Somebody go make a big play. Ups back. We're bringing blitz. Kind of hit as he throw. Knockout at the catch point. Great job. We are going to get really, really good field position right here now. They're going to be punting inside their 15. We should get this around midfield or pass, depending on the return, and we get it at the 40-yard line almost. Ted Ginn, really nice return. Joseph Adai, 3rd and 1. We pick it up. 2nd and 10. And they get a sack or a minus 4-yard rush by Adai. 3rd and 14. Big down right here. So bunch to the top of your screen. Let's see if Mock can make a play. We are in field goal range. No sack. That is the biggest thing. Okay, sack, fumble would have been even worse. Okay, so 34-yard line. I don't know if our kicker has that kind of leg in him. Field goal is blocked. And they have the ball 3rd and 7. They convert. 2nd and 6, 3rd and 10. They don't convert. They're going to punt. We have it on the 3-yard line. Oh my gosh. 2nd and 12. 3rd and 10 from the 6. This is an absolute scary spot to be. No matter what, Georgia's going to be in a good spot. We're going to be punting from our end zone. Most likely, unless we can convert here. No sacks, Mock. I don't love Mock. We're going to get some better quarterback play hopefully next year. But yeah, Mock, not great there. We're going to have to punt. Oh my gosh. It was a 29-yard punt. They returned it to the 12-yard line. 13. 1st and goal from the 4. 2nd and goal. 3rd and goal from the 1. Let's see if our defense can come up absolutely massive here and hold them to 3. Mock, huge sacks in not great spots. Okay, our O-line our D-line just got blown off the football. We're going to be in the half losing here. Our ball, 16-yard reception, 11 yards. Ooh, big play inside the 19. Oh, that was before the half. Oh, we were trying to get points. I thought that was after halftime, so we didn't even get points out of that drive. They actually get the ball after the half and hit a 70-yard run by their wide receiver. It is 21-7, 3rd and 10, 4th and 18. We're going to sim to the 4th quarter here, and then we'll see. Hopefully we can get back in this. 21-7, 28-7. We just got blown out in Baton Rouge. 28-14. Okay. Oh, no. 34. Yeah, we're done with this. Wow. Blown out by the Dogs. 35-21 at home. I didn't love Mock that game. He's just not great. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick doesn't seem bad, but he just doesn't make the plays I think he should be. A lot of bad sacks in that one. And now we have another top 10 opponent this week with Texas. We got to win that game or we have 3 losses and we would be maybe on the bubble of making the playoffs. So this is the game of the year. Loser might not make the playoff between us and Texas. We do get a 3-star punter. So our recruiting class is absolutely sick. That was the last guy I think that was really up in the air. There might be one more just kind of floating, but I think that was it. Yeah. And once again, I don't really care to fill out the whole class. You're just going to end up cutting a lot of guys. 10 5-stars, 8 4-stars, and a punter. Number 1 class in the country. Absolutely nasty. So LSU at Texas, 6 versus 9. They're a 90 overall. We got to bounce back. We can't lose 2 in a row here. Let's see. So here it is. Huge game. Let's get it done. And we're number 6, 2 losses. That means we beat Texas. What was the score? 33-27. Close ass game. Mock had 4 touchdowns. Peterson, Devery had 128 yards. So we're going to be in the playoff now 100%. I doubt we're in the SEC championship game, but if we are, we probably play Georgia again. We could be, but we do have 2 SEC losses, which, yeah, so we're not in the SEC championship game. That is fine. We make the playoff. That's what's important. We are trying to win a national championship here. Did level up again. So Kona Poole, junior QB. Penn State wins the Heisman, 39 touchdowns, 3 picks. We at Syracuse round 1. That feels like a nice matchup. Both 10-2, but I'm assuming they're like a low 80s, mid 80s. 87. That's not horrible. We're 93. So actually a pretty good team. Let's look at the rest of the bracket. Colorado, Penn State, Bama, Virginia. So Georgia, Texas in round 2. And then they have to play Alabama. But looks like we have to play the number 1 team in the country if we don't win. So I'm actually going to sim through this Syracuse game, and then we're going to watch the next game if we win. We're going to win. We're going to win. So then we're going to watch Penn State. Okay, we're going to sim through week 1 of the playoff. Beat Syracuse, play Penn State. That's what's on our docket. Oh, I think we won. I popped up. Yeah, okay, so we beat Penn State. Sorry, we beat Syracuse. We got number 1 in the country, Penn State. They have the Heisman winner on their team in the Rose Bowl. Got some new stuff unlocked. So this is granddaddy of them all. They're only a 90. We're a 93. So we're the better team on paper, but they're the number 1 team in the country. Let's just look at the bracket. Let's see who won out of Georgia and Texas. I'm guessing Georgia. Yeah, Georgia, Alabama. What a good matchup there. Wow. And we're on the opposite side of them, so we got good chance if we make it, we could play one of them in the Natty. But we are going to watch this game right here. Winner in the semifinal of the college football playoff. Loser, crushing loss, you're going home. You're gone. Okay, we're going to sim through the first quarter. And 7-0 Penn State. 10-0 Penn State. Okay, so early lead for Penn State. 3rd and 15 here. Can we make a play on defense? We're way in their own end, so even if we just get a stop, that's fine. But can we get a pick? Can we get a sack, fumble? Oh, those crossbody throws can be risky. He's fine, though. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to get ball. We need some points here. Nice return. About midfield, 3rd and 4. Penalty, 4th down. Their ball, 2nd and 5. 3rd and 4. 1st and 17-0. 2nd and 10. 3rd and 8. 1st and 10. 2nd and 3. 3rd and 3 on the 30. I mean, it's not over, but we need to make this 17-7 before the half. Maybe even get the ball back and score get a field goal or something. Hand it off to Joseph Adai. Gets hung up in the backfield. Almost loses yards. Luckily is able to fall forward. Get that 1st down. 2nd and 6. 3rd and 11. Sack. I don't know. Is this Penn State team just too good for us right now? It feels like it. I do think we're just going to be better in the future. I don't love mock. Oh, they're bringing a big blitz. Quick out. You got to go for that. You got to go for that. I doubt we're going to, though. We get on the board. 17-3. Okay, let's get a stop in the ball back. 3rd and 8. This is huge. We could get a stop, go down, get a touchdown. 17-10 going in the half, and it's anybody's ball game. Let's go. Command coverage. Big throw. This guy's got 132 scores on us in the first half. Throwing dots. 2nd and 7, 3rd and 5. We do get a stop. Okay, we got a minute 23. Huge return by Ted Ginn Jr. 22-yard return. 2nd and 7, 3rd and 4. 58 seconds left. Huge down right here. Come on, Mock. Make a play. Hit a deep bomb. Go Devery Henderson over the top or Ted Ginn over the top. Quick little hitch. Hey, we'll take that into our tight end. I'm not mad at that at all. We burn a timeout. We have 1 timeout left. 2nd and inches, 3rd and inches. Okay, we pick up the first down, 22 seconds, 4 seconds left on the clock. Are we going to be able to kick a field goal? Okay, we get a field goal, 17-6. We're in it. Let's go to the 4th quarter. 17-12. Okay, 20-12. Okay, we're down 8. We're down 8. They kick off to us. Our ball. 3rd and 2, we pick it up. Another nice run by Joseph Adai. 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5. Huge down. Can we make a play? Let's go, boys. Make a play. Drops back. Mock. Time. Drops it in. That's fine. Drop it underneath. Get those easy yards. I'd like to hit a big play here. They had like a 70-yard run. Okay, there we go. 14-yard run. 2nd and 7. 2nd and 12. 3rd and 7 from the 19. Trips top. Fake handoff. Lots of time, but do not take a sack, Mock. Okay, put it. Oh. Mock with a disgusting spin. I did not think that guy had it in him. We have a chance to go tie this bad boy. 2nd and goal from the 4, 3rd and goal from the 2. This is 4-down territory. You have to go for it no matter what. Hopefully we can just punch it in. This should be Adrian Peterson in the backfield right now. And, we're in. 2-point conversion away from tying this bugger. We are going to watch the 2-point as well. Here we go. Joseph Adai back in. 3 yards out. I hope we pass. I don't really like running from 3 yards out. Heavy tight end look, though. Mock. Oh, free rusher. He got it out of his hand. Joseph Adai had to break a tackle. That's a really good play call by them. Free rusher off the edge. Mock had to get it out. That's actually a good job of even getting the ball to a playmaker, and maybe he breaks a tackle. Maybe he can do something. Not able to. 2-point game. We get a stop on defense. We can go win it. 3rd and 7 right here. 4 minutes left. We stop him here. We'll have nice field position as well. Ted Ginn's been killing it on returns. Over the middle. Oh, looked like our guy was there, but not close enough. Jump to next. Oh, we start with a 10-yard sack, 3rd and 20. Okay. If they convert this, I'm firing my defensive coordinator. 3rd and 20, 4-man rush. We got interior pressure. Let's go. Okay. 4th and 27, 3:38 left. We're against the #1 team in the country. We have a chance to go drive and win this bastard. 2nd and 10, 3rd. Okay. Technically, we can punt. You probably punt here. Obviously not if you have first down, but like if we don't convert here, you can still punt. Oh, threw it up in traffic. I do think you actually punt here. I'm all for being aggressive, but to me, yeah, you punt, you try to play defense one more time. What happened? Oh, they hit a 80-yard run. So we made it a game at the end. We had a chance. The ball down 2 at like our side of midfield, but 3 minutes left. All our timeouts. Couldn't get it done. We actually out-yardaged them. Neither offense was incredible, I wouldn't say. The defense, yeah, Mock was not good enough. Adai was pretty good. Michael Clayton was our big receiver. So I wanted to win the Natty in the final year of this first video. Weren't able to get it done. But video's not over quite. We're going to get into the offseason. We'll kind of wrap the year up. But damn. Thought we had a good team this year. We're just going to get better and better. Our recruiting classes, we're going to have Pat White at quarterback or Tim Tebow or Jamarcus Russell next year. A lot more exciting. Our receiving core, running backs, we are going to be loaded. We're going to be an absolute stud team here. So we end up as the #4 team in the country in the final top 25. Nebraska beats Penn State to win the Natty. We actually end up ahead of Georgia in the final rankings. We know Heisman was the pool guy. We didn't have anybody. Look at just All-Americans really quick. We had our left guard as first team and both our safeties. For some reason, our safeties. Joseph Adai. They love to bring our safeties. Do we have any freshmen? We got our left tackle. Ndamukong Suh for USC. We got Glenn Dorsey, Keith Rivers, Willis, Darrell Revis. Woo! Let's go. That's 4 first-round picks in the NFL draft in real life right there. So that's a good backbone for our defense. That's what I'm talking about. We're only going to get better from here. Okay, let's look at players leaving. This is always massive. Joseph Adai, Grimes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hopefully we can bring our right tackle. He's got a medium. No. We have no chance with a die. And both are safeties. Jeez. Guys. Oh, this guy was a transfer. Whatever. Whatever. I thought he was a draft. But we didn't really lose much, though. Still. Is Mock back? I thought Mock was gone. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. He is gone. Okay. For whatever reason. Okay. A die. Both are safeties. Good players. I honestly, we're going to be better next year. We're going to have the #1 recruiting class. We are going to look at transfers here. See if we can bring in 1 or 2 guys that are key positions. But yeah, we're going to be in a really good spot. So let's look at the portal. Let's see if there's any real life guys in the portal. And then so we got a running back. We did lose a die, but we'll go guard. Could definitely use a guard. I always will go O-line. QB, we don't need a QB. Running back, no. I don't see any real life guys either. Safety. We could use a safety. We just lost both our starters. No real life guys. Oh, Brian Arakpo. I would have went after him. We can't, though. Okay, yeah. So Arakpo looks like the only real-life dude. Okay, so we're just going to offer those 2 guys. Just a little bit of depth on the team, but not really super necessary. Okay, let's see National Signing Day. Did we get any of those? Either of those 2? We did get both those guys from the transfer portal. So we ended up with 21 players, 10 5-stars, 10 4-stars, and a 3-star punter. #1 class by far. Oregon still did get 5 freaking 5-stars, which is really good for a user controlled team. Now let's go through. We're going to look at where all of the real life guys ended up, including the ones that didn't end up signing with me. So starting off with QB, we end up with Tim Tebow. Love it. USC ends up with Jake Locker. Nice pickup there. Texas ends up with Matthew Stafford, really nice. And then Ole Miss ends up with Sam Bradford. Nice pickup. Running back, we got 4 real life backs. LaShawn McCoy ends up at Wisconsin. We get CJ Spiller. Oregon gets DeMarco Murray. And then NC State ends up with Beanie Wells. For wide receiver, Nebraska ends up with Kenny Britt. We end up with Michael Crabtree. And then NC State ends up with Percy Harvin. Offensive tackle, we end up with Trent Williams. Auburn ends up with Andre Smith. Defensive ends, Colorado ends up with Brandon Graham. And then Oklahoma State gets Sergio Kindle. D tackle, we already know we got one of them with Gerald McCoy. And then Geno Atkins ends up at Ole Miss. The only linebacker we ended up getting with Brandon Spikes. For cornerbacks, we get Myron Rolle, who is the #1 corner. Oregon gets Richard Sherman. And then Florida State gets Vontae Davis. Safeties, we end up with Taylor Mays. And then Cam Chancellor ends up at the University of Miami, the U. So that is it, guys. That's the final recruiting class. That is where we're going to end this video. End up losing a national championship, losing in the second round of the playoff. Next episode, we're going to have the next 3, seasons. And honestly, the team is just going to get better from here. Way more exciting on offense coming up. Ted Ginn Jr., Tron Jackson, Pat White, AP, Darren McFadden, all on offense. Crazy on defense, too. So if you guys want to see that next episode, you got to sub to the channel. Be on the lookout because it will be coming up next.